Smoking Bud Network is now partnered with SnopTV, which means that if you guys hit that description right below for just $12.99 a month, you will get access to over 60,000 channels, over 190,000 video on demand movies and series, live pay-per-view events, and every sports package that you can imagine. Just click that description down below and you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. It's also giving you a free trial. So all you have to do is click that link and you guys go right to the page and they'll show you everything that I'm saying. Peace and love, and remember, stay fried, my friends. All right, let's get it. What's the deal? Welcome back to the Smoking Buzz Network. It's your boy, New Jersey Preem, and today we are reacting to Drake's Iceman album. Listen, this man had dropped 3 motherfucking albums last night. Well, this morning, 12 a.m. and shit. I'm only reacting to Iceman as of right now. This is the longest album that he dropped. It's got 18 tracks on it. This was the most anticipated album out of his whole promo tour that he's been doing the last 2 years. So we're going to listen to this shit, and I'm going to try to be extremely unbiased about it. You guys know how I feel about Drake. I'm not a huge Drake fan, but I am a hip-hop fan. So if he's spitting, we're going to address that shit, man. Let's get right into it. Before we do, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate everybody coming through. Shout out to my boy Shadow. I appreciate you, bro. One of the members and shit, bro. Always looking out for real. Let's get through this album, starting with the first track, which is Make Them Cry. Let's go.
Yeah.
Y'all couldn't hear a damn thing. Why ain't nobody say nothing?
Yeah. I'm an only child, no one could have made another. I have to father my mother and treat my son's grandfather like my older brother. The skies are gray in Toronto, they not a golden color. I'm feeling like BTS, cause it took the whole career for me to be so discovered. I know for sure that my parents, they look at me and see an overcomer. I'm looking back at them, and these days I see an older couple. I see my only uncle looking like this shit that I ain't owning up to. And if he said the way he really felt, I'll probably see his side because I'm old enough to.
Good, that's what's about.
All my niggas, they say, bro, we love you. But all my words really the shit that they be going up to. Feel like 40 won't even listen to my words when he knows I'm in a load of trouble. I'm in the cut just loading rebuttals. And I got a bunch of hits on my hands, see the swollen knuckles. I try to tell him it's working out for me now. He say then show your muscles. Prove to me that you're still
show your muscles.
It's only us two. They know you thorough with bread, but there's some shit you gotta pony up to. Basically he's saying I got growing up to do. I gotta dig deep. I really hate those 2 words, they never bring peace. I'm at the Bulgaria and Turkey with my bitch, and we ain't come here for no big teeth. Nah, I came here to
Cause you know people go to Turkey to get their teeth or their hairline fixed and shit like that. You say we ain't come here for no big teeth. But Shadow, bro, I had muted this shit to talk some shit at the beginning of the jaw and I completely forgot about that jaw. And I'm like, well, we halfway through the track and I just realized that shit ain't lighting up. It's all love though. Yo, I wish, do they got the lyrics? They do have the lyrics. All right, bet. Cause we normally don't get the lyrics when the album first drops. So let's go.
Turn a new leaf and maybe finally get some sleep. But all I can think about is the mountain to climb and the conversation surrounding my music like did Twin Peaks. What died back in 2024 was a big piece. So it's like the shit is me, but it isn't me. Y'all keep on asking me what it did to me. That's what it did to me. When I dig deep, they say dig deeper. Tell us how it felt to meet the Grim Reaper. This album better have some big features.
Is he calling Kendrick the Grim Reaper and shit? Cause he said, where is that? He said, with Dot back in 24, it was a big piece. Like basically he addressing, like, you know what I'm saying, the battle and shit. And then he said, people keep asking what it did to me. This is what it did to me. You know what I'm saying? Basically this song and how everything that he's explaining the shit. And then he, you know what I'm saying, tell us how I felt to meet the Grim Reaper. It sounds like that's how he's addressing Kendrick right now and shit.
Well, sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm all alone for my mental.
Okay, beat switch.
Trying to end so many people, I almost forgot the intro. Been so sure of my words that I haven't used a pencil.
Hold up. I like that shit. And I've been trying to end so many people, I forgot the intro. Ugh.
And I've been trying to end so many people, I almost forgot the intro. Been so sure of my words.
So basically, it seems like this beat right here, these bars right here, is the actual official intro. Everything before it was just Drake talking this shit. I actually like that concept and shit. Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I got that shit off my chest. Now let me get into the intro. We gonna run that back though. I like that. I like that bar. That was tough.
And I've been trying to end so many people, I almost forgot the intro. Been so sure of my words that I haven't used a pencil. Been so paranoid that nothing in this world seems.
We always get those flips about not writing shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, Big started it, then Jay ran with it, Wayne, Jadakiss, all these artists, you know what I'm saying, love to talk about how they didn't write, they don't write shit, but I like how he just flipped that shit, you know what I'm saying? So into my own mind, you know what I'm saying? You know, he said, been sure of my own words, so I haven't used the pencil and shit. So he just really sure what the fuck he got to say. No matter what come out, he know that's exactly what he needed to be saying at that time and shit. That's a tough bar too.
Been so sure of my words that I haven't used a pencil. Been so paranoid that nothing in this world seems coincidental.
Everything is for a purpose.
Chain the other day and said that someone snatched it. I'm still processing that shit. It got me so distracted. I think he's so desperate and our life is going fantastic. He don't have the heart to come and tell us he pawned it for cash. Even his baby mama been saying he been moving backwards. To me, he's so the only thing that has ever mattered. I can never forgive such a nefarious action. I'm still healing my.
And I don't even think it's about. Think about that shit. He said that he sold something. He sold the only thing that ever mattered and shit. And I don't even think that he talking about the materialistic value of the chain. He's talking about what it meant to give him that chain. You was one of us. You was a part of the family. You was a part of the crew. We would have took care of your ass if you would have just came to us like a real nigga. That's what it sounded like he's saying to me and shit.
To me, he's so the only thing that has ever mattered. I can never forgive such a nefarious action. I'm still healing my own traumas. I've barely adapted. This shit
I like that shit. I like that shit.
Dropping is gonna spin till I'm radioactive. Yeah.
We gotta run that whole little flip right there back. I like that. About, you know what I'm saying, dealing with your trauma, being toxic and all that shit. He said, fuck being toxic, I'm gonna be radioactive. God damn.
I'm still healing my own traumas. I've barely adapted. This new toxic shit I'm dropping is gonna spin till I'm radioactive.
And then that's a flip. You know what I'm saying? Not only the fact that he flipping the fact that he had trauma, and you know, when you got trauma, you can be extremely toxic to other people, but actually being toxic and then flipping the spins to radioactive, actually being active on the radio. Like this shit this toxic shit I'm dropping is gonna have me so active on the radio and shit, or I'm so toxic that it's radioactive. That's a nice little double. I like that. He flipped the shit out that joint. And run that back.
I'm still healing my own traumas. I've barely adapted. This new toxic shit I'm dropping is gonna spin till I'm radioactive. Yeah. I really make the roughest days in life look very relaxing. I don't do psychedelics because I'm too scared of unpacking. Sometimes I only see myself in my therapist's glasses.
He said, I don't do psychedelics because I'm too scared of unpacking. You know, they say if you do like acid shoes and some shit like that, it's gonna make you see some shit that you probably wasn't ready to see. I like that.
I don't do psychedelics because I'm too scared of unpacking. Sometimes I only see myself in my therapist's glasses. But I'm not taking it serious because she's very attractive. I know it's a heavy ass decision to bury the hatchet. It'll take more than 6 pallbearers to carry that casket. I put the man in manipulation when I pay your rent, and that is an obligation to our attachment. Then I spring.
See, I put the man in manipulation when I pay your rent, and that's an obligation in our attachment. Like, come on, Drake. Like, you basically said, like, I'm on some pimp shit. Like, I'm a make it seem like I'm a nice guy and I'm doing this shit, but I'm really manipulating you into becoming the person that I want you to be. I.e. grooming. Not saying it for the young versions of people because y'all gonna jump on that shit, but that's exactly what it is. I'm grooming you to be the person that I want you to be, regardless of the age and shit. I don't know. I hate to say this shit because this song and this, he been rapping his ass off, but that's some predatory shit. Unless I'm taking it completely wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounds like he's talking about somebody in particular and shit right around, you know what I'm saying, here. He's talking about Shorty when he said she's very attractive and shit. But I know heavy decisions to bury the hatchet. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know who he's talking about. Maybe he's talking about Kendrick around this time right here.
I know it's a heavy ass decision to bury the hatchet. It'll take more than 6 pallbearers to carry the casket. Put demand and manipulation when I pay your rent, and that is an obligation to our attachment. Then I sprinkle in a little Mercedes in fashion. If that's not enough for you, well, baby, go back then.
You
fucking do that.
Another beat switch.
Jesus, you gave him reason to speak on my name. That's some weak shit. They texting proof to my phone, and my heart is in pieces.
Who is he talking about? What is he talking to? I mean, who is he talking to? So he's talking to a female pillow talker. She gave up some information that he thought that she wouldn't, and it kind of fucked him up and shit.
You gave him reason to speak on my name. That's some weak shit. They texting proof to my phone, and my heart is in pieces. You keeping your options open for real. That's some me shit. Sis, you gotta be kidding, like nephew.
You can't get mad at it. You say you keeping your option opens for real. That's some me shit. Can't get mad at it. You can only respect the game, partner.
And nieces, I keep on rescuing leeches. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it.
Hold on. I keep on rescuing. What do we say right here?
Sis, you gotta be kidding, like nephews and nieces. I keep on rescuing leeches.
Sis, you gotta be kidding, like nephews and nieces. Like he's saying like sis, as in you my sister. You gotta be kidding, like you got my nephews and nieces. That was a tough ass flip. And then I keep rescuing leeches. It's tough. It's tough. I don't want to hear victim Drake, but that was a tough bar. That was a tough bar.
Sis, you gotta be kidding, like nephews and nieces. I keep on rescuing leeches. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. I can't believe it. Too many wide transfers bound to have a good girl's morals tangled. The rent-free penthouse and the Van Cleef floor bangles. And plenty more examples that had you going Dora the Explorer outside while I turned a blind eye. It's more than painful. Yeah.
Had you going Dora the Explorer outside while I turned a blind eye because it's more than painful. I don't like victim Drake, but that was tough as shit. While you outside, you know what I'm saying, doing all the shit that you want to do, I allowed you to do this shit, even though it hurt me to watch that shit. That was tough.
And plenty more examples that had you going Dora the Explorer outside while I turned a blind eye because it's more than painful. Yeah. I think I also put the man in manifestation. Either I'm too numb to the shit or the city is changing. I bump into people and they act like we literally strangers. Random intrusive thought, but what happened to Taz's Angels? So many people that's not around from that generation. Niggas wanna talk about a battle, I'm battling patience. Nigga, I battle frustration. I'm about to turn 40, dog, I'm battling aging.
Well, you can't battle aging. But everything else, I you know, I'm battling patience, I'm battling frustration. But if I'm correct, like I said, this is my first time listening to the album. This is the first track on the album. We got to get through this shit so we can really get into the album. But nigga, you've been talking about the battle on all 3 albums, to my knowledge. At least that's what people been putting out here. So let's not do that shit. Let's not do that shit. Let's not do that shit.
Battling the fact that the album ain't even dropping already, they asses complaining. Fuck it, I'll battle the label. Fuck it, I'll battle the majors. I'll battle the stations till my ass is back in rotation. Shout out to the real fans that knew what I had in the basement. Shout out to the fake.
First of all, we not gonna do the radio narrative. Don't nobody give a fuck about the radio, Drake. Stop that. You're not gonna battle the stations till you back in rotation. That's a tough bar, but don't nobody give a fuck about the radio. You better talk about you gonna battle these streaming platforms until you back in rotation if that's how you really feel, because it's all about the playlist. Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, wherever else you get, YouTube, wherever else you get your music from. It's all about that shit. It's not about the radio stations. Nobody give a fuck about that. You battling the labels, you battling the quote unquote majors and shit. I think that's we'll get deeper into that because I know you're gonna talk about that a lot more on this album.
Fans, I thought we had an arrangement. How many times have you tried to tell me I had a replacement? How many times are you about to ask if I had a vacation? How many artists I've had to witness do bad imitations? Niggas want me all bent out of shape, rattled and shaking. My dad got cancer right now. We battling stages. Trust me when I say there's plenty things that I'd rather be facing.
See, that shout out to Pops. Hopefully he makes it through his battle with cancer. You're still playing a victim, my nigga. Fuck out my face. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Trust me, there's plenty of things that I'd rather be faced. Whatever. You playing the victim right now still, man. Shout out to Pops. Hopefully he get better, man, for real. But other than that, it's some shit that he said back here. Shout out to the fake fans. I thought we had an arrangement and shit. What was that arrangement? And then how many times you thought you found you had a replacement was tough. How many times you about to ask me, you know what I'm saying, if I had a vacation. Although I still feel like when Drake finally step away from music and actually takes that real break that everybody was talking about that he should after the battle, I think that he will come back a lot sharper, and a lot of people would actually want him back. This fake, oh, we need Drake for the billboards. If you a hip hop fan and you care about numbers, then you not a fucking hip hop fan. You a fake ass music executive, bro. Fuck out my face. I don't give a shit about numbers if I'm a fan of your music, nigga. Some of my favorite artists don't even care about selling records no more and shit. They all they do is fucking tour and shit. So like, y'all go ahead with that fucking narrative about numbers. That shit don't matter to nobody but the artist and the label. It should not matter to fans. Y'all don't benefit from that shit at all, bro. Real shit. But it was around this joint. We're gonna do this whole little rhyme scheme right here because I thought this shit was tough.
Shout out to the fake fans. I thought we had an arrangement. How many times have you tried to tell me I had a replacement? How many times are you about to ask if I had a vacation? How many artists I've had to witness do bad imitations? Niggas want me all bent out of shape, rattled and shaking.
Say what you want about Drake. We have had some bad imitations of this nigga that they just can't do it as quite as good as the boy, for real.
My dad got cancer right now. We battling stages. Trust me when I say there's plenty things that I'd rather be facing. For real. And this time, ask me to dig deeper, I'll gladly explain it.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
Bet.
Ice.
I don't think using Ice as an ad-lib, I don't think we in the right climate. No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? Political climate. But Drake is smart enough to know that. I think he's doing it on purpose. All right, so we got Dust. This is the next track. This shit. So first track, Make Them Cry, was a great intro. A little too long if you ask me, especially if you're going to be sitting there like I am trying to dissect what the motherfucker's saying in between bars. But it was a great opening track in my opinion. Yeah, we had 3 beat switches if y'all didn't notice that shit. Maybe even 4 because I think the last joint was different than what we heard initially. But let's go. Dust. Uh-oh, we got motherfucking accent Drake, boy. Hold up. Let me turn the lights on because the sun ain't shining as much as it was earlier and shit. You know what I'm saying? We got accent Drake. Let's see what we sound like on here. Shout out to Nikki. What's going on?
Go ahead and pop some corn and grab a stool. Your boy's about to break some news.
All right, what we talking about?
All the numbers are final. No t-shirts, no vinyl. Y'all about to make me Richie like Lionel for real.
Y'all get that, right? He said all the numbers is finals, no t-shirt, no vinyls, no bundles, basically. You know what I'm saying? You know how a lot of artists, as of lately, has been coming out with their bundle packs. Like you can get the vinyls or the tape cassettes and the CDs, and you get the official t-shirts and all that type of shit. But he said, nah, we're not doing that with this rollout. You know, just straight music. I'm about to go Richie like Lionel. Shout out to the Commodores and Lionel Richie.
And that's the truth. 16 hours ahead in Melbourne. I don't even know what's going on back home straight.
All right, now we got the Canadian accent that came out at the end.
Girls from Atlanta, call me Santa. Girls from Australia, what can I tell you? You know I love you so much. I just gotta handle something bigger than us. Triple S was really to show you my love and make sure you're good to the next time we meet up. But now I gotta send it up.
Okay. Boy, he almost had me. He almost had me, boy. Okay.
I don't remember it going like that. I don't remember one word in your raps. I don't know nothing about you and them tracks.
Okay. Hold on. I like that. I like that shit. I like how that shit started out right there. Hold on. Let's go again.
Go blow the dust on your plaques.
Hey.
Go blow the dust on your plaques. What
Hey.
was the year that they say ass slaps? 'Cause I don't remember it going like that. I don't remember one word in your raps.
I know he ain't talking about Kendrick. You gotta be talking about somebody else. You done quoted this man too many times to say that you don't remember one word of his raps. So I know he's not talking about Kendrick when he say that. Remember, every shot at somebody on this album is not necessarily a shot at Kendrick Lamar. Drake had beef with the entire industry at one point in 2024. It could be a shot at A$AP Rocky. You know what I'm saying? It could be a shot at Rick Ross. It could be a shot, although I don't think that's a shot. That's not the shot at Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? That right there. But I'm just naming people it could be a shot at. You know what I'm saying? It could be a shot at whoever else that had an issue. Kid Cudi, Chance the Rapper. You know what I'm saying? Whoever else Drake had issues with, it could be a shot at those guys. But whatever it was, that was a tough ass shot. Cause the rhyme scheme, the beat, the way, you know what I'm saying, the pocket that he's in and the bars that he's saying, that shit. We gotta hear that shit again. Let's go.
Go blow the dust on your plaques.
Hey.
Go blow the dust on your plaques. What was the year that they say ass slaps? Cause I don't remember it going like that. I don't remember one word in your raps. I don't know nothing about you in them tracks. Let's go.
Let's go.
I am.
Okay.
A FTX penthouse high riser. Yeah. Samuel Bateman, free all my guys up. Yeah. I'm in a sold out show with your girl on the riser. I'm with the mob at Great Cliff, 20 cigars and they fucking my eyes up. I'm not better or wiser. Future the prince is my trusted advisor. If it's up to me, I get everyone hit, I get everyone lined up.
Like I love his rhyme scheme. Yo. I love his rhyme scheme. No bullshit.
If it's up to me, I get everyone hit, I get
everyone lined up.
If it's up to me, I've been clocking you pussy, man, everyone time's up. If it's up to me, hey. If it's up to me, then you out on the list, man, everyone signed up.
If it's up to me, you all on the list, nigga. Everyone signed up. Talk your shit. And look, I'm not a Drake fan, but I'm a hip hop fan. If you talking your shit, I want you to do that shit. You hear me?
If it's up to me, hey. If it's up to me, then you out on the list, man. Everyone signed up. If it's up to me, it's already made. I ain't making my mind up. Reaching my hand.
Well, it's already made. I ain't making my mind up, nigga. What the fuck you talking about?
It's already made. I ain't making my mind up. If it wasn't for me, reaching my hand, you never climbed up. Go blow the dust off your plaques. Go blow the dust off your plaques.
Yeah, this is not a diss to Kendrick by any means. You can't tell that man to go blow dust off his plaques when his shit ain't even developed any dust yet. You know, like a lot of his plaques. So this is not directed at Kendrick by any means. I don't think any of the shots in here is directed at Kendrick for real. I think this might be directed at somebody else, and I feel like it's A$AP Rocky. No bullshit.
Go blow the dust on your plaques. What was the year that they say ass slaps? Cause I don't remember it going like that. I don't remember nothing about them raps. I don't remember nothing being fast. Let's go.
Hey.
I am. A BTC crypto big timer. Oh my God. I'm a corporate America hit survivor. Got a real big heart. I'm a fucked up guy though. Those are my haters. Those are my secret.
I'm a corporate America hit survivor. That's playing the victim, but it's a hard bar.
New Year's Eve, police escort cause I can't miss the fireworks. I heard your brother got flipped in his sloppy, so that wasn't our word. Definitely gonna know if it's us if we got him. Just wait till it's our turn, right? Go blow the dust on your plaques. Go blow the dust on your plaques. What was the year that they say ass slaps? Cause I don't remember it going like that. I don't remember one word in your raps. I don't know nothing about you in them tracks. Let's go. Yeah, I am.
That's tough. I like that. Like I said, the intro had got me, you know what I'm saying? The intro had got me and shit. But after that, he was snapping. I like that track, bro. And the beat's stupid. Okay, Whisper My Name. This is another genre that a lot of people has been quoting on the internet lately. So let's see what this is about.
Yeah. Hey.
I like this beat too, though. Yeah.
us. The dustiest niggas been fucking with us. Am I a goat? But probably not. I probably was, but you probably forgot. My white label had to go white label shit when he stepped out his body and finally got hot.
Hold up. Because he talking some shit right there. But like, besides the GOAT bar, I thought that was slick. You know what I'm saying? Am I your GOAT? Probably not. I probably was, but you probably forgot. That was tough as shit. But my white label had to go white label shit. When he stepped out the body and finally got hot. What did he say? What is he trying to say? Like they had to do him dirty because he finally wanted to not be a puppet and be himself. Now listen, I feel like all this shit is victim rap wrapped into some slick talk. Don't get me wrong. But if what he's saying is true, we might have to start looking at the battle differently and shit. I don't think what he's saying is true at all. I think what happened was you benefited from your label for so long and against other artists before and shit with your own admission that it didn't work against an artist that is just as big as you, at least in America, when it comes to this hip hop shit. So you figured that they helped him out instead of helping you out, which I get it because you so used to them niggas doing that shit for you, but you also crying wolf basically. You know what I'm saying?
Go, well, probably not. I probably was, but you probably forgot. My white label had to go white label shit when he stepped out his body and finally got hot. Hand me the tools like I'm picking a lot. Me and white bitches been kissing a lot. My honor comes from the shit that I do for the ones that I love. Is between them and I. Your honor comes to the court and the officer pleaded so that you could cut off some time.
Now, Drake, you can't do that. You can't do that and say, you know what I'm saying, your honor comes from your, you know what I'm saying, the shit that you do for your loved ones, that's between you, them and I, that shit. But your honor comes from the court and he offers a plea deal so you can stay and cut some time. But you know what I'm saying, so you can cut some time. But look, my thing is this, you're in the court right now. You can't call out anybody for being in the court. You're not, and I know there's a line somewhere you talk about you're not suing a rapper, you're suing your label, nigga, but you got the rapper's song in a lawsuit. You got the rapper himself in a lawsuit. They had to go back and look through all the Kendrick papers and all that shit like that because you got the rapper himself in that lawsuit. Let's go.
Nowadays, y'all don't want to put in no work. Y'all just want to jump to the front of the line and hurry and run out the 9. Baby boy, please. I heard what you said to little bro about me. Yeah, and when you run into the Iceman, what you gonna do except freeze? You're not about to squeeze. You're not in the
that was a nice little bar. When you run into the Iceman, what you gonna do except freeze? You know, rather if you freeze or if I freeze you, you know, so that's gonna be your fate at the end of the day. You're not gonna squeeze. You're not in these streets. I like that. Because a lot of people talk that shit, but you're not going to do that shit.
Yeah, and when you run into the Iceman, what you going to do except freeze? You're not about to squeeze. You're not in the streets. I'm cutting niggas off at the knees. They ain't no standing on business with me. If I'm lying, I'm flying economy. Give me a motherfucking seat. If I'm lying, I'm flying economy. I bet I know who I see. You know how I fly because I land at the beach. When you land, you can see me. You whisper my name because the way that they carry, you can't even speak.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't even speak.
I like that. But who is he talking to?
It's my name and don't say it too loud cause you gotta come here and you know I pop out. We turned to Coachella, had boys backing down and we might do the same if we touch rolling loud. If you my nigga, then say that my nigga. Like what's up my crow, they come hunt me right now. Come on to me and get one of them out cause you know how these niggas been counting me out. Okay.
Drake sound like he really upset at niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he really upset because he like, y'all niggas watched this shit happen to me 2 years ago and y'all didn't do nothing. So it's really up for all y'all niggas. Not even the niggas that was participating in it, but it's up for the niggas that wasn't participating in it. Shit, everybody got something to say now that's like, oh yeah, well, Drake had to deal with this, or nigga, you could have helped. You know what I'm saying? You could have helped, nigga. If you my mans, if you my people's game, you know what I'm saying? If you my nigga, you could have hopped in and helped me out. I know that would have looked crazy for the coast, but you always look crazy over there anyway. So you could have helped it. You could have hopped in and helped me out. You know what I'm saying? Kanye switched up. You know what I'm saying? People tend to forget when the battle first started. This nigga said, I got him, dot. Y'all forgot that shit when he did the, I think the Like That remix, but when he happened to like that beat and shit. So yeah, Kanye, you even tried to switch up and you ain't do your part right because you threw bars at Drake for Kendrick, and you ain't even do it back for, you know what I'm saying, for Drake and shit. So y'all niggas is fucking up, and I ain't mad at him for calling everyone out for it and shit.
Okay, you gotta whisper my name.
Word.
Yo, hey, you gotta whisper my name. Yo, hey, yo, whisper my name. Yo, hey, hey, I'm doing my big one.
This beat stupid.
You doing a little one. What kind of man are you? A middle one.
What kind of man are you? A middle one, nigga. You just a middle man. Fuck out my face. Fuck out my face. I'm looking directly over you. I'm looking through you, nigga. Fuck out my face. Like,
my brother said he want a blue beam. I'ma get him one.
Right.
My new team don't know how I live. She shopping at everyone. My brother got no fucking gear. He popping at everyone. This ain't fixable smoke where you see us all sitting with Farrakhan, nigga. This shit like the bag that you bring on the plane. It's gonna carry on.
What do you say about this shit? What do you say about Farrakhan?
This ain't fixable smoke where you see us all sitting with Farrakhan, nigga.
Yo, it's so funny that he even mentioned that shit, bro. Do he watch my fucking podcast? We was on the podcast saying the only we was on the podcast saying the only way this nigga Drake and Kendrick can sit down together if they sit down with Minister Farrakhan. He said we not even getting that shit, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Hey, yo. Nah.
This ain't fixable smoke where you see us all sitting with Farrakhan, nigga. This shit like the bag that you bring on the plane.
It's gonna carry on, nigga. Okay.
These boys dress up and think that they somebody. Shit is like Comic-Con.
Oh, shit. That's a bar.
Are faster than praying. You lucky it's Ramadan. Otherwise, they would be posted outside like the Pentagon. You niggas be hitting the net for some love. You a tennis ball. I take 500K, not a dinner. I never could learn shit from none of y'all. What's my name and don't say it too loud because you got.
Was that a shot at Hove? Was that a shot at Jay? You know, Jay is the king of subliminals. Drake is one of the kings of subliminals. You know what I'm saying? We got some kings of subliminals in hip hop that you probably wouldn't know that they was talking about a rapper until that rapper mentioned that they was talking about them. And you like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? That was kind of fucking blatant and clear right there. I'll take 500 down. I could never learn shit from none of y'all. And that's cat, but I get what you're saying. Like, it's up for everybody, nigga. I got beef with everybody, nigga. Like, everybody, not just Dot. I got beef with all y'all niggas. Everybody that said something, that didn't say something, that did something behind closed doors, that did something out in the open. Every high five, handshake, smiling, grin that you gave while I was suffering my demise, it's up for all y'all niggas and shit. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. This is exactly what I said I wanted on this album. This nigga rapping his ass off. Now, I don't want him to be stuck on this whole revenge type of thing because at the end of the day, a L is a L. But I think for everybody, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody else, like, I don't think a lot of this shit is really, you know what I'm saying, pointed at Dot. I know he's referencing a lot of that shit a lot because that's a big moment in hip-hop, big moment in his career, what happened 2 years ago and shit. But he's also saying, like, this is for everybody else during that time that did me dirty. Y'all niggas thought I forgot? Okay. Okay, let me remind y'all niggas then. Let me remind y'all niggas.
I take 500K, not a dinner. I never could learn shit from none of y'all. What's my name and don't say it too loud, cause you gotta come here and you know I pop out. We turned to Coachella, had boys backing down, and we might do the same if we touch rolling loud. If you my nigga, then say that my nigga. Like, what's up, my crew? They come hunt me right now. Come on to me and get one of them out, cause you know how these niggas been counting me out. Okay.
This is slap. This is slap. This is tough. This is tough. This is tough. Hey, 3 for 3 so far. 3 for 3 so far, yo. This beat's stupid. A little the sample in the background. Whisper my name. That 3 for 3 so far. Make them cry. Dust. Whisper my name. 3 for 3 so far, yo. Drake starting off on some shit, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Let's go.
Milliana, it's been so long since you take.
Janice, shut the fuck up. That's the name of this one. Janice, shut the fuck up. So, okay, all right. STFU. Shout out to John Cena.
Me, I finally took a break, and now I feel like I'm on ecstasy.
I don't know. Look, these type of tracks don't really be my vibe, but I'm not gonna be the person to be like, oh, I can't. I know that when Drake does these tracks, he does these tracks for a purpose and shit. And I'm just hoping that he actually talking some shit on this. That's all I'm hoping.
Try to kill me once, but darling, you just resurrected me. Reach me, baby. Call my phone and say you need me, baby. I'm so green, you gotta teach me, baby. From Vancouver, you a BC, baby. Pull up, play back, beep, beep, baby. And my shit came with the heat seats, baby.
I might have judged this too early. I'm actually liking this vibe. I ain't going front. I might have judged this too early. I'm actually liking this vibe.
Swear my label gotta free me, baby. Blow on me just like some green tea, baby.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, buried alive, someone come dig me up. If I call up your shorty right now, she picking up. You boys got big on my name, that's big enough.
Damn. He said, you niggas got big on my name. All right, now that's big enough. All right, we're gonna pipe all that shit down. You don't have to chill on that shit, my nigga. Like,
we know how you OGs rocking already, my nigga. The jig is up.
All right, that's another shot at Jay. That's a direct shot at Jay. That's a direct shot at Jay. Why ain't nobody talking about that one? We know how you old niggas rocking, my nigga. The jig is up. Jigga, my nigga. Old nigga. This nigga 56, 57? Bro, why ain't nobody say nothing about this one? That's way harder than the 500,000 bar and shit. This is way tougher.
We know how you OGs rocking already, my nigga. The jig is up. They say the truth will set you free. Well, mine is gonna stream while you watching HD. They say the karma could take an eternity. Yours is dropping the same night as me. Funny thing.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if this shit is direct shots at Kendrick Lamar, bro. This shit sound like he might be talking about Jay-Z. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of niggas on the list that he could be shooting at right now, bro. It's not just one person in particular. Like, but damn, that's like he's talking some shit.
Yours is dropping the same night as me. Funny thing is that they ain't gonna compete. You gonna get yours while I'm doing me. You gonna get yours while I'm doing me.
Hey.
Teach me, baby. Call my phone and say you need me, baby.
Alright.
Thought they had me in a deep sleep, baby.
One thing the boy gonna do is make a slap. Like he got it 4 for 4 so far, boy. I'm not, like I said, y'all know how I am, bro. When it comes to hip hop, we gotta be honest, we gotta be fair, we gotta be unbiased, regardless if we like the artist or not and shit. If we listening to it, we gotta listen to it with an unbiased opinion, an unbiased ear and shit. This nigga is killing it so far. First 4 tracks, no misses.
I'm still scorching hot in these streets, baby. Pull up, Maybach, beep, beep, baby. And my shit came with the heat seats, baby.
Hey.
See-through shirt, I get a sneak peek, baby.
Hey.
Blow on me just like some green tea, baby. Hey, tired of all of y'all telling me niggas is real. Pussy, I know when it's real. You only come home to pose and pop off a look, but you forgot how I feel. Shot-town popping up here, go on a drill, looking for someone to kill. White kids listen to you, cause they feel some guilt, and that's how your soul gets fulfilled. Handing out.
Now that sounds like a shot to Kendrick and or Cole and shit. Like, white kids listen to you because they feel some guilt, and that's how your soul get fulfilled. Ew. You know what I'm saying? Because we, you know, but I also feel like that's not a good shot either. You know what I'm saying? That's not necessarily a good shot, because if they're listening to, let's say, to Pimp a Butterfly and Black and the Berry in particular, they're supposed to feel good. That's one of those songs that you might, you know, so you hearing the reason why motherfuckers don't like you and or your ancestors and shit like that. So yeah, you supposed to. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like some of these shots is dope, but if you look a little bit deeper, it's like, come on. I think the purpose of them feeling, and I think the bigger shot is that's how your soul get fulfilled though. I think that's the deeper shot for real. And I think that's more of a shot than actually saying the white kids listen to you and they feel some guilt and shit, like, because they feel some guilt. So I had to give him that just because that second bar, the way he ended that, you know what I'm saying, that rhyme scheme with the get your souls, that's how your souls get fulfilled, is actually tough and actually hard. And it's something to call into question when it comes to artists that do that shit for real. Like, and my favorite artist out of the big, quote unquote, big three is J. Cole. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a dog in this fight, but I did like that.
White kids listen to you because they feel some guilt, and that's how your soul gets fulfilled. Handing out turkeys on camera inside of your hood, then you go back to the hills. How many houses you build? How many souls did you heal off the back of your deal?
All right. Oh, that's some good questioning. That's some good questioning to anybody that does that shit, right? To anybody that do that we gonna go to the hood every once in a blue moon and make it a motherfucking photo op and shit like that and got that promo opportunity and shit. But how often do you actually do that shit? Like, but I think, Drake, you're not the right person to actually ask these questions. But then again, you probably is the perfect person to ask these questions because of things that you do for where you came from, for Canada and Toronto in particular and shit. So.
Handing out turkeys on camera inside of your hood, then you go back to the hills. How many houses you build? How many souls did you heal off the back of your deal? Difference between niggas getting you out of your deal and letting you out of your deal. Against your will, how many new names do you got on your will? Damn. How many more times is y'all gonna keep calling this soft when it's silk? Damn. How many more interviews y'all gonna do just to get Ice to chill? Damn. They trying to cover.
I don't know who he talking about when it comes to, I feel like this is a shot at fucking Jay-Z, bro. This song, maybe in particular, Janice, shut the fuck up. Maybe he calling Janice, maybe Janice is Jay-Z. He calling Jay-Z a bitch. Like, for real. Maybe that's what it is, because this sounds like he's talking to Jay directly, my nigga. Like, how many interviews y'all gonna do to get Ice to chill? And that's been a narrative about these interviews that Jay-Z have been doing as of lately. Is all to distract for us from the Iceman dropping, or all to pull attention away from Drake's promo, you know what I'm saying, tour for the album and shit like that. But boy, I feel like the more I listen to this song, this song is a direct shot at Jay, bro. Like, for real.
How many more times is y'all gonna keep calling this soft when it's silk? Damn. How many more interviews y'all gonna do just to get Ice to chill? Damn. They trying to cover it up like a quilt. Rari go skirt on a boy like a kilt. Kept it 100 on paper like Will. Tricking it off on a paying a bill. That's just how I do the sauce and the spill. These hoes know how I pop it for real. These hoes know how I pop it for real. Yeah.
Nah, I'm not saying Toronto's gangster. I'm saying what he did, like what he do for, you know what I'm saying, the city of Toronto, what he do for a lot of the people coming out there, like the olive branch that he kind of built from Toronto to the States and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying for real. Like, when it comes to him actually helping out the people in his joint. But for him to question the other guys that have, you know what I'm saying, their turkey drives or their toy drives or their, you know what I'm saying, whatever shit they do back in the hoods that they come from and shit, for actually, you know what I'm saying, publicity and photo opportunities rather than for the, like, actual love. You know what I'm saying? He said, how many deals that your deal make, or something to the extent like that. Like, he's really questioning how, like, you know what I'm saying, what is your effect not only in the city that you're from, but in hip hop also and shit. Like, if you really one of the ones, like, what did you really create off of who you are? And that's a good question and shit, for real. But they can ask Drake that same exact question when it comes to hip hop.
Yeah, I made way too much in a week. Must be 250 at least. The money just grew off a tree. Like the money just came in for free for it. Oh, yeah. MRI machine scanning my knee. Like, how long you been running the streets for?
Okay.
Yeah. She just text me like we. We in Paris like 200 deep for real. And I went bought a whip for my brother. Same body but two different colors. And I might just tell I get another. Small prices he kept it 100. And I might book a flight out to London. Hey Johnny, shut the fuck up.
I think this whole track, which is fire, was a shot at goddamn Jay. No, like hands down. Like this entire track, maybe he threw some shots because some shots could have been for Kendrick also too. But boy, let's go. Ran to a. Now this is definitely, you know what I'm saying, a Kendrick reference and shit. Ran to a letter. I didn't even notice that's the name of the track featuring Future and Miley Santana and shit. But we're gonna let this track run out. Let this beat ride out and just go right into the next track afterwards and shit, man. Like, hey, beat selection on the first 4 tracks has been perfect. Flows that he's choosing to use and how he's choosing to switch inside of different pockets and shit like that is perfect. So far, like I said, 4 for 4. Yeah. Yeah, beat sounds stupid already. Run to Atlanta, Future, Miley Santana. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Free man, turn shit up again.
I'm wondering if Future gonna take shots at Kendrick.
Cutting ties with all my friends. Going down that road, I can't go again.
So look, full disclosure, I'm also not a Future fan. And look, I'm one of them people that if I'm not a fan of you, I really don't listen to you. So it's like if I hear you and you like when I heard him on the Fall Off on Cold Shit, I'm like, yo, he killed that hook, he did his thing. And I give credit where credit is due when it's warranted. But just to let you guys know, I'm not a fan of Future by any means and shit. So anytime I'm hearing him, it's like hearing him for the first time, for real. Let's go.
Know what I'm saying? Outside is back to what it was, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta, tell you about my run, you know what I'm saying? Ask Pluto Bank of 21, you know what I'm saying?
So he's saying ask the niggas that you said ask, you know what I'm saying?
I done put up half, what's done is done, you know what I'm saying? 2 cars in the back, 2 in the front, you know what I'm saying? They so down for me, got a punt, you understand.
They so down for me, you got a punt. That's a bar. That's a bar. I'm a football fan, but that's a bar, bro. And look, he's proven his point on this album. He's proven his point, especially on this song, that those people that you mentioned on that track, especially Future in particular, does not feel a way about me like you might have claimed.
Understand. Man, here's just bad by popular demand. Got a 3-ticket Richie on my hand.
Okay.
Damn. I went St. John the Baptist on the land. I went Lloyd Land Stark on my pen. And I'm quick to turn a hater to a fan. Niggas standing 10 toes on quicksand. If they could have been, they would have been, but they can't.
I don't like the tone of his voice. I don't know if that's distracting me from saying from actually hearing what he's saying for real, but the tone of his voice is throwing me off right now. For real.
If they could have been, they would have been, but they can't. Embarrassment, the only thing I'm getting secondhand.
That's a bar though. You know, so that's a nice flex bar for you know, the only thing I'm getting secondhand is embarrassment, bro. And that's because I'm looking at you. Shit. I like that.
It costs a lot for that Mercedes stretch it in.
Word.
Set a stop for life because I'm back with Taliban. Come right now, bring a friend for my friend. Come right now, bring a friend for my friend. Know what I'm saying? Outside is back to what it was, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta, tell you about my run, you know what I'm saying? Ask Pluto Bank of 21, you know what I'm saying? I done put up half, what's done is done, you know what I'm saying? 2 cars in the back, 2 in the front, you know what I'm saying? They so down for me, got a punt, you understand, 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 understand,
I just fucked a milli off on some fast shit. I just fucked a milli.
What else? The fuck ad-lib and shit. But that beat switch was stupid. Why y'all got that beat switch was stupid. Like, hold on, where we at?
I just fucked a milli off on some fast shit. I just fucked a milli off on some fast shit. I flew 40 bitches out on some fried shit. Ran 500 milli up on some burnt shit. Can't even tell you what day it is. I've been in Turkey so long, I love it here. Can't even tell you what day it is. I'm on so many pills, don't know how I made it here. Can't even tell you which drug I'm on. Soon as I say it, they think they claiming it. Can't even.
So look, the same thing that we do with Pusha T when we talk about, oh, all he talking about is drug bars. We gotta talk about Future, talk about drug usage so fucking much, bro. Like, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a fan of him, but every time I hear this nigga, he's talking about drug usage. Like, he's talking about being on drugs and shit like that. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but he did say that he don't even use drugs and shit. He don't even be on the shit that he talk about in his music no more and shit. Like, I think he living a sober life, a clean life. So it's like, come on, bro. If we're gonna talk about Pusha for talking about selling drugs all the time, we gotta talk about Future for talking about using drugs all the time. I think it's only fair.
Can't even tell you which drug I'm on. Soon as I say it, they claiming it. Can't even tell you what day it is. Can't even tell you what bitch you be staying at. Can't even tell you what day it is. She put it right out of person, she playing it. Note on the sheet that she laying it. Bought a condo up the street and she standing. Bring out the freaks, the friends, the skirt and the sprinter. They wanna play Miley Santana. Took her hand on my tan. The way we was boxing, you think we went hand to hand.
I just ran a milli up on some slime shit. I just fucked their feelings up on some pride shit.
I think Atlanta's gonna love this shit. This not my steez, it's not my style, so I'm gonna just let this one rock out. Try to get through this joint. You know I gotta pause it and talk some shit in between just because of YouTube. So
on some light shit. Valley Santana gon' make them rewind it. Diamonds on diamonds and hammers on hammers. I'm a big shot, what he holds you around him. Talking about billions, he talking on camera. Think he a threat, he ain't nothing but around him. Molly Santana, new Hannah Montana. Molly Santana, new Hannah Montana. Molly Santana, new Hannah Montana. Molly Santana, new Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
Well, see, I think that's where music is at right now. So people don't want to hear lyrics. They want to hear, you know, shit like this. I think this is going to be one of the bigger tracks off the album. Although I think everything before this is way better. Everything before this blow this out the water, in my opinion. But I understand why this is going to be a big track and shit, especially on social media. I could definitely see this being stupid on TikTok, especially this particular part right here.
Iceman turn, what else? Iceman turn, what else? Iceman turn, what else? Iceman turn. Iceman turn. Iceman turn like we knew that the tables were. Iceman back outside for the greater good. Fuck you, pussy, but shout out your neighborhood.
Yeah, well, fuck you, pussy, but shout out your neighborhood is wild. I like that shit.
Fuck you, pussy, but shout out your neighborhood. I get mentioned a lot by a bunch of people that I wish I never met.
Damn.
We sharing women that I already fucked at the height of my success.
Yeah, Joe Button shot.
All you pussy boys lose.
ASAP Rocky shot? like I don't know if it's direct ASAP Rocky shot, but that's definitely Joe Button shot.
Losing it and you need to take meds. Hey, when I tell you dip, cause it's ice time, bitch, it ain't the fake fans. Hey, Iceman turn, what else? Iceman turn, what else? Iceman turn, what else? Iceman turn.
Word. Iceman turn. Well, shit. Run to Atlanta. That's the name of that shit. And the next song we got Shy Bang, or Shy Bang. You know what I'm saying? This is what track number 6. Yo, we gotta get through this album. We got 18 tracks and shit. I gotta stop. That's what I'm saying. When you doing this shit on YouTube, bro, you gotta stop and talk so fucking much to make sure that you can continue this joint. Like, okay.
Yeah. Ice. Yo. Manish on the beach, shebang. All of my ops, they dead. Why do they gas me up? Where does it go? My head. How much I got? A lot. Don't leave again, I won't. Thinking and trying me, do like Bryson, pussy ass nigga, and don't. Can I forgive?
He wanted to put that bar there. He wanted to put that bar there, yo. And say it because, like, look how he said it. I love it.
Thinking and trying me, do like Bryson, pussy ass nigga, and don't. Can I forgive? I can't. What do I need? Some head. Shorty keep asking a date. She trying to finesse Polly Market for bread. Where's the beef? It's cooked.
Is that Quavo?
Where's the boy? He's booked. Don't even recognize none of these names at the top of the charts. I look. Am I upset a bit? Last one you dropped was shit. I did press play on that hoe. Mid, skip.
Damn. Man, skip. That's crazy. I know niggas gonna use that shit like a motherfucker for Kendrick John. Although, if he's talking about Gen X, that shit was fire in my opinion. One of the best albums that dropped in 2024.
Last one you dropped was shit. I did press play on that hoe. Mid, skip. What should I take? A trip? Who should I take? His bitch. Tennis lessons with a Nike skirt on and an ass popping out. You're 6. Where's the goat? They need one. The mirror's right here. I see one. My nigga don't know how to pay me back, so he said next hat he catches a free one.
It sounds like he's playing into that narrative too about the billboards and hip hop not being on that shit too. That's a dope that's a dope narrative if you're Drake to actually feed into, because that's what you're known for, is making hits and being on Billboard and all that shit like that. So it's definitely going to be a good look for you. But like I said earlier, bro, if you're a hip hop fan, you should not give a fuck about, because we don't care about what Billboard say when they come out with their rankings, right? When they rank motherfucking Tupac at 9 or 19 or some stupid ass number like that, right? So we don't give a fuck about their rankings we don't give a fuck about Billboard when their rankings come out. So why the fuck should we care about Billboard in any other capacity at this point? What my point is, if you're a hip hop fan, you should give no fucks about numbers, because that's not what made you a fan of that particular artist or a fan of the genre and shit. It was not about how much records was being sold as a collective or where they was positioned at on Billboard's top 100.
What kind of clip? Extendo.
Right.
What kind of switch? Not Nintendo. Y'all hanging out with friends though. They hanging out the window.
I like that.
What's up with gang? We back. What's in my raps? It's facts. She said she missed me, all caps. Gotta ain't better than that. What's up with life? It's lit. But I know it get better than that. I know it get better than that. I know it get better than that.
The flow is kind of repetitive. The beat, like the beat's not helping it. You feel me? But I think this could go. I think this is cool. I think this is cool. It's not as good as the first 4 tracks though. I'll tell you that.
Manish on the beach, shebang. All of my ops, they dead. Why do they gas me up? Where does it go? My head. How much I got? A lot. Don't leave again, I won't. Thinking and trying me, do like Bryson, pussy ass nigga. Don't. What's up, shebang? All of my ops, they this.
I love it. I love the pregnant pause, like on don't, where you actually can't never time that shit. That shit came on the other day in the car when I was with my wife, and I still can't time that shit to this day. I listen to that album front to back so many times, that Trap Soul album.
How do I feel to refresh? Secrets I know got you stressed. Will I take those to my death? Haven't decided just yet. Yeah. 40 was it's a shebang. All of my ops, they this. Please don't put me to the test. They tryna get back on the net. I'm tryna get back in the flesh. Yeah.
I mean, the second half of the song was a lot better, even though it was still repetitive flow. It was dope. It served its purpose. I like the sample. I like the beat. This man love making, like, having these beats ride out, don't he, boy? Like, come on, bro. YouTube don't want. Next song is "Make Them Pay" and shit. This sounds like this is gonna be, you know, shots fired at a lot of people on this track just because the name of the track is "Make Them Pay." So let's go. Hey man, hit that like button. All that. Okay, I like that. I like this. Who is that? Who that say? What is that? Who is that? I can't. But you got to. Somebody tell me that. Somebody tell me that sample in the background. Oh, this is all right. So this is the shit that everybody was talking about, the 1 a.m. in Albany shit, right? I guess this is the actual true name of the track and shit. I don't listen to any song from any album. I didn't watch none of the joint, and if I did, I tried to not even pay attention to the music that was being played, just because of the fact that I want to listen to everything, you know what I'm saying, as an album and shit, like to see how it sounded and within the flow of the album and shit. So we're gonna check this joint out and see what Drake is talking on this joint.
Albany Marina, they done served us 100 subpoenas. I done got my shit inside arenas like Gilbert Arenas. I remember lobster ravioli up at Serafina. I was in a dream.
You know, when this nigga start talking about having food in certain places and shit, he about to go off. That's what I do like about this nigga on these timestamp tracks. This might be, you know, like the fans dubbed this 1 a.m. in Albany and shit, so we gonna still call it that, even though he called it make him pay.
Hotel before I was in a loop like a carabiner. Yeah. And shout to all the sweet things from Wilhelmina who tell me at the white party, Drake, I love the album, man. Well, I mean, you're kind of genius. And like Dip said, they really mean it. I need compliments, cause lately it's just falling outs and disagreements. Industry is really evil.
I don't like that bar. To each his own, but you shouldn't be reaching and needing compliment. I need compliments because lately falling outs and it's been falling outs and disagreements. The industry is really evil. Nah, bro. You shouldn't be reaching for compliments. Like, that's what I'm saying. At this stage in your career, bro, you should be solidified in who you are and what you do in hip hop, regardless of what the outside noise said. Because you know that you about to break records that ain't never been reached before in hip hop and all that type of shit. So it's like, come on, bro. Like, I don't know. I thought that shit was ass in my opinion. Now that I think about it, because like you really playing a victim right there. That's victim bars to the fullest right there, boy.
I need compliments cause lately it's just falling outs and disagreements. Industry is really evil. And I face the way they paint me, but it hurts just like the Philly Eagles. LA love the sound.
Shit. And then he said, and I faced like nah. Because that's a whole Jalen Hurts bar, and I don't know if it's a shot or just a way to flip how Jalen Hurts look on the Philadelphia Eagles.
And I face the way they paint me, but it hurts just like the Philly Eagles.
Yeah. And I face the way they paint me, but it hurts just like that's another victim bar, but it hurts just like the Philly Eagles and shit. Like, so all right, Jalen Hurts with the face paint that's going straight down his face. I don't know if that he's talking about being symbolic like that, or is it hurts on how they paint Jalen Hurts with the Philadelphia Eagles, meaning like he's a Super Bowl MVP, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, went to Super Bowl 2 times, won one of them, was in the MVP conversation in one of his best seasons and shit like that. But ever since those type of days, basically a lot of people have been like, he's basically average at best, and it kind of, I can see what he's trying to make the correlation between, like, are you know what I'm saying, the way they look at Jalen Hurts versus how Jalen Hurts really is and shit. So that's kind of a bar, but it's also a victim bar. Fuck out my face with that shit, bro. We gotta stop that.
LA love the sound, I can play play a show for a million people. Don't be surprised you see the whole YMCA just like the village people. These niggas.
That's a bar now. That's a bar. I love that bar. And I feel like that's a direct response to that Kendrick saying, you know what I'm saying, you can't come to the Bay, or you can't come, or even people in general saying that he can't go to LA or he can't go to California and shit like that. Don't be surprised. I like that shit, bro. That's a bar. But you know what? We gotta see that whole thing together. Cause he
LA love the sound. I could play a show for a million people.
Okay.
Don't be surprised you see the whole YMCA just like the village people.
Of course, the YMCA, the Village People song, YMCA. Bro, that's a bar. We gotta give him respect where is due. That's a fucking bar for real.
These niggas measuring their dick size in millimeters.
Pause.
I rack up a tab in Chanel cause I do buy everything like I'm Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
When I realize it's gotta get a little deeper other than me talking.
Hold up. That's stupid wordplay.
I rack up a tab in Chanel cause I do buy everything like I'm Middle Eastern.
I rack up a tab in Chanel because I do buy everything like I'm Middle Eastern is fucking insane, bro. That is insane. That is insane, bro. That's a fucking bar. You can't debate that shit. You can't debate that shit. That is insane.
I rack up a tab in Chanel cause I do buy everything like I'm Middle Eastern. But I realize it's gotta get a little deeper other than me talking about the way I'm flipping dough like Little Caesars. I'm trying to catch one of you boys stargazing in the field like little leaguers. Yeah. And ain't no passes for you crip walking, all of that diss talking, kiddo beat it.
Oh. He's talking to, it seemed like he's talking to Kendrick directly, or at least them West Coast niggas directly and shit. Maybe YG or somebody. Because, well, YG wasn't crip walking, I tell you that.
I'm supposed to be my brother's keeper, so don't make us hit another buzzer beater.
What buzzer did you hit to the, like, chill out now, calm down. You talking. I respect you talking. And so far on this album, too, and maybe that, the other albums that we get from Drake are different when it comes to, addressing this shit, because he's been addressing everything that's been going on with the beef the last couple of years and shit. Although I see nothing wrong with it. I feel like he has the right to address it, but you also can't be out here talking like you won, my nigga. You didn't win. You did not win. I know your fans like to believe that you won because they're your fans and shit, but you didn't win, bro. Just like Jay-Z fans love to believe that he won against Nas. It's okay. You can be fans of these people and they can still take an L. But don't make us hit another buzzer beater. Who is he talking to and what is he talking about? Because you didn't do that with Dot. That's all I'm saying. You didn't do that with Pusha. Maybe you did that with Meek, but let's go.
I'm supposed to be my brother's keeper, so don't make us hit another buzzer beater. And don't be suddenly eager to hit me up and have no discussions either. Now you gotta plan a meeting with me just like the Russian leader and shake my fucking hand in front of other people. Yeah, fuck the chatter.
No, I'm definitely vibing. Hold up, because we got some chats over here. Where we at on Kick? Shout out to Kick too. Shout out to everybody over here. Appreciate you in there. Bro, I'm definitely vibing. This is a dope album so far. Like I said, the first 4 songs, he did not miss. Like those first 4 songs was fucking fire. I think he's finally getting back on track with this track. I think Run to Atlanta and Shy Bang was cool, but I think like to be on the level of the first 4 tracks, I think Make 'Em Pay has got back to that type of quality right there for real. And like I said, I'm not looking for pop star Drake or even like female music Drake. I'm looking to see what he's talking when it comes to some hip hop shit, and he been rapping his ass off. That's non-debatable on this album for real.
2009 as I climb the ladder, they envy me like Nevada, but it never mattered. My niggas run the phone soon as you check into prison. Your niggas run and talk to Hov for a second opinion.
That's another shot at Hov, bro. That's another shot at Hov. Like he's being super direct at these shot at Jay-Z and shit. It's like it's not even, you know how back in the day, like I said, between Drake and Hov, or when Wayne and Hov had their issue, it would be a lot of sub. You know what I'm saying? That you would just have to read the tea leaves to see exactly who they was talking about and understanding, or you would have to just be in the know to understand that they was talking about each other and shit. But he's taking direct shots at Jay-Z. And I'm not mad at it, nigga. If you feel that way, just go ahead and shit. Like, fuck it. Fuck it. Like, apparently him and Jay have some deeper issues, like kind of like Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z. So let's go.
My niggas run the phone soon as you check into prison. Your niggas run and talk the whole for a second opinion.
Crazy.
Me, I stood 10 T's and accepted the mission. Cause I much rather death than submission.
I don't believe that though. You say because I would much rather death than submission and shit. You was submitted to fucking Universal for years and shit, or you know what I'm saying? So let's not do that shit, bro. This is the whole reason why you saying, right? You try to break loose from that shit, and that's why the industry turned against you. So let's not do that. Let's not do that shit. Like,
how can you press the ignition and let some memories of the past affect your decision? I love you cause of the history, but if we being real, I could never forget you. And you never called me back, but destiny's written. For real. Fuck a big three anyway. There was too many chefs in the kitchen. It was a mess to begin with.
yeah.
And now they got a new goal and we gotta test the position.
All right, so fuck the big three. That line, I feel like is a throwaway line. I feel like everybody at this point had to address that shit in their own way. Kendrick, Drake, and Cole, I think they all did. That's what's up. But I think the most important line was what he said afterwards, and which is this.
And now they got a new goal and we gotta test the position. Damn, who is this guy for real? I guess a magician. 100 million streams vanished. No one got questions for niggas.
So, I think that he's definitely talking about Kendrick right there. But your streams also, you know what I'm saying, vanished too. You know what I'm saying? When they did that whole bot purge, a lot of artists' streams and shit vanished. You know what I'm saying? Hundreds of millions of streams was gone because of that shit. Like, so we gotta stop doing this, bro. Just because you said it doesn't mean you're not involved with this shit. And that's what really bothers me about this nigga, man. Like, he rapping his ass off, but you also out here throwing out crazy misinformation, bro. Like, you acting like you wasn't affected by that shit either. You the only artist that didn't get hit by that shit. Get the fuck out my face, bro. When niggas like Taylor Swift was getting hit by that shit. Get the fuck out my face, bro. But I feel like this is his way to try to throw the shots at Dot and shit when it comes to, oh, he wasn't able to carry the torch when I was going and shit like that. I mean, like, if y'all look at the man resume for the last 2 years, he had a song that was on the Billboard charts for, I think, 20 plus weeks, bro. Get the fuck out my face. Sitting in the top 3, top 5 of the Billboard charts for 20 fucking plus weeks. Get the fuck out my face. Talking about he didn't carry it and shit. Like, the issue is y'all niggas is looking at shit from an executive eye view instead of a fucking fan, when we had so much dope ass hip hop that came out in between what happened in 2024 and the dropping of this album as of yesterday or this morning and shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, you're not a hip hop fan. You a fan of Drake, or you a fan of Kendrick and you just waiting for those two guys to drop, or you a fan of Cole and you just waiting for him to drop. Y'all niggas not fans of hip hop. Like, y'all gotta stop that shit.
And now they got a new goal and we gotta test the position. Damn, who is this guy for real? I guess a magician. 100 million streams vanished. No one got questions for niggas. Well, maybe I'm best as the villain, cause I got real numbers on niggas who said they got billions. I got all the chains that they ever repped in Virginia. I got niggas prized possessions. I get possessive on niggas.
And that's another thing too. Why you keep saying that shit? Like, you got niggas prized possessions. You don't have nobody's. Now, when you even with the Tupac shit, that's not but that's, if anything, it's Tupac's family's prized possessions, but that was never something that Kendrick owned at any point in his life, so you can't say it was his prized possession. If you're talking about Pharrell's chains, Pharrell gave those chains up willingly. You end up getting them from someone else, you know what I'm saying, secondhand type shit, because Pharrell didn't give them to you directly and shit. Or you know what I'm saying? Or you didn't go in his crib and take them or some wild shit, nigga. Like, so it's like saying shit like that is just weird, bro. is not a flex, bro. Like jewelry is not nobody's legacy. It's not nobody's. It's not as deep as you make it seem like, bro. That's fucking worshiping that materialistic type of shit, bro. We don't do that. Real monetary shit does not matter at the end of the day. That shit gonna depreciate as soon as that shit get on your motherfucking neck. So I don't give a fuck about none of that shit you talking about.
I impress in everything, I get impressive on niggas. I got problems with people who I would've never dreamed, and that's dragging people in who don't wanna get in between. I was Aiden Ross with streams before Aiden Ross had ever streamed. And Cali, you know what I mean.
That's the bar that everybody was talking about. Oh, he threw shot. I was Aiden Ross with streams before Aiden Ross ever streamed. That was a dope flip to use Aiden Ross' name. But we're not going to act like Ross didn't have tracks before he started fucking with Drake. We're not going to act like, you know, he wasn't one of the bigger rap artists, you know what I'm saying, before he started fucking with Drake. Song him and T-Pain, The Boss, was one of the biggest rap songs, you know what I'm saying, being played on every radio station, every fucking video, John, 106 Park, TRL, all that shit. Like, come on, bro. Let's stop acting like that shit. Like, bro, come on. We know that you helped out a lot of niggas' career, and you even when you and Ross worked together, I'm pretty sure he benefited from it just like you did when you was young and up and coming, my nigga. So let's calm down with that shit. Like, you wasn't who you is when you was doing those tracks. Arguably, Ross was a bigger artist than you when you was doing those tracks with him, bro. Like, for real. Let's keep it a bean.
The beef was fully live, you went halal and got on your deen. And your people are still waiting for a free Palestine, but apparently everything is in black and white and red and green.
Hold up, that's a shot at Kid. That's way tougher than what he said. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all be worried about the wrong shit. That's not even the bar that we should be. Fuck what he's saying about Ross and how he flipped Aiden Ross. Fuck that shit. What he's saying to Cali is, oh my God.
And Cali, you know what I mean. The beef was fully live, you went halal and got on your deen.
The beef was fully live, you went halal and got on your deen. Like, basically saying, it sounded like he's saying he reached out maybe for help, or you already saw that I was struggling, and then you kept your distance from me, nigga. You act like you ain't want nothing to do with me and shit. Like, oh, and then use the Palestine line.
And your people are still waiting for a free Palestine.
And your people is still waiting for a free Palestine. Jesus Christ, this hit deep. This is personal.
But apparently everything is in black and white and red and green.
And the Palestinian flag, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's one of the toughest bars I heard on the whole album. He just disrespected it. And I ain't even saying, damn, like that hit deep. That's one of the deepest gut punches you can say to a person right there. Like, your people is waiting on you to show unity and love to them, nigga, but you a snake and you only... Because that's what he implying, you know what I'm saying? Like, when the beef was... Damn, can we run that back one more time and then we're going to go right past it, I promise you. But that shit is... Damn, bro, that's one of the toughest shit I ever heard him say to anybody, nigga.
And Cali, you know what I mean. The beef was fully live, you went halal and got on your deen. And your people are still waiting for a free Palestine, but apparently everything is in black and white and red and green. Damn.
Shit.
I'm seeing everyone's true colors for real, I'm sensing a theme. I'm greater than everybody like some shredded cheese. I was in Hazleton at the one before I was in a loop like a set of keys.
That's a bar. That's a bar.
Shout out to Cherokee D and Sky Black, cause they was at my birthday when I was searching Big Booty Ebony's. Jeez.
What the fuck?
Penthouse in Bahamas is right next to Jordan.
I don't understand how the Cherokee D, Sky Black, and the basically all that shit correlates to anything that was said before or how it will after. But we're gonna have to see. But I think that was just a bar he wanted to throw in there and shit.
Now the penthouse in Bahamas is right next to Jordan, like I'm Lebanese. And apparently niggas sold.
I like that shit. Now the penthouse in the Bahamas is right next to Jordan, like I'm Lebanese and shit. That's fire. That's fire. Like Jordan in the Middle East being next to, you know, in Lebanon and all that type of shit. I'm assuming, I don't know geography like that and shit. So I'm assuming that he's right. If he's right, that shit is fire, bro. That shit is fire. But I don't understand how that shit correlates to you searching up big booty Ebonese and shit. Like.
Got a penthouse in Bahamas, it's right next to Jordan like I'm Lebanese. And apparently niggas' souls is for sale like the 7 Seas.
Jeez. Apparently niggas' souls is for sale like the 7 Seas, how you sell the 7 Seas. Jesus Christ, bro. He's rapping on this one. He's rapping on this one. That's what I like the most.
I gave you everything you ever need, but let me find out that Amex the only ones that credit me for making y'all everything you could never be. My sixth sense is kicking in, cause all I hear is people that are dead to me. And that's why I'm turning on my rare receipts to let you know that everything that's said to me will forever be stored in my memory.
Hold up, my daughter came in, so I missed some bars. I missed some bars. I know he was saying some shit, and I feel like I ain't catch that shit.
And apparently niggas' souls is for sale like the 7 Seas.
I caught that, yeah.
I gave you everything you ever need.
Okay.
But let me find out that Amex the only ones that credit me for making y'all everything you could never be.
Damn.
My sixth sense is kicking in, cause all I hear is people that are dead to me. And
that's wow. That's crazy. My sixth sense is kicking in because all I hear is people that are dead to me. That's a bar. That's a bar. That's a bar.
Why I'm turning on my rare receipts to let you know that everything that's said to me will forever be stored in my memory.
Oh, so he's saying, I see y'all niggas and what y'all say. I want y'all to know that I see y'all niggas and what y'all saying and shit. Like, both ways, rather it was, you know what I'm saying, when y'all didn't say shit during the battle and now that y'all want to come back through talking and showing love all of a sudden. Yeah, I see all this shit, nigga. Just to let you know. You know what I'm saying? It's forever stored, this shit. Like, I think that's dope. I also think it's a bit of a victim bar, but I think it's dope enough to get past.
I'm better off independent, they should let them leave. Cause I just wanna be free.
This nigga Drake voice, when he sings, it never changes. He's been singing in that same tone, same octave his entire career. Especially with the little auto-tune, you know what I'm saying, vibe on the top of it. He know his lane, he stay right there. That was a dope ass song. He said that he would be much further off independent. They should let him leave. So if he's saying that shit, like he's really saying that he feel like his time is up with Universal, and you know what I'm saying, it's run his course. Universal is never gonna let him leave. He's one of the biggest artists that they have on their labels and shit. There's no way they would ever let him get out of his contract willingly. You're gonna have to wait until that contract is up and just not sign a new one, or hopefully find a way to get up out of there. And that's what the whole case is about, you know what I'm saying, apparently or allegedly and shit. But the issue is when you're trying to use the Not Like Us or the battle and shit as the way of why they try to take advantage of you and lower your value and shit. I think that's corny, because you saying that they did the same shit to Pusha T for you, so that's why you felt like it was done to you for Kendrick and shit. And I'm like, no, bro, you can't use the system and then get mad when the system is used against you and shit, and then try to blow the shit up. That's some Karen shit. But not bad, yo, not a bad track. One of the better tracks on the album. Definitely better than the last two that we got. Let's get right into the next one called Burning Bridges. Let's go. Yeah. This nigga got organ being played and shit. This man got an organ being played and shit. Yeah.
swear I could cry when I see your face.
Okay.
I'm way too in love just to let you walk away.
Okay.
I know it's your dream to start a family in LA. They love me too much here, I cannot relocate. I just can't move away. I can't leave my brothers in the trenches, gotta lead the way. Yeah, I cannot relocate.
There's trenches in Toronto? Listen, I never been to Canada, so it could be one of the tougher places to ever walk around and shit, and I just don't know. But it don't seem like it at all. So I'm pretty sure you can relocate, bro. I'm pretty sure you can relocate, is you don't want to relocate. Let's be honest.
Just even the thought to turn my back on them is not okay. I cannot relocate. We just got a post up here.
I think that's a weird notion too. Like, yo, yeah, these niggas that, you know, got their own lives and families and shit like that. I can't just turn my back on them because my significant other want to start a life and a family. Like, what type of shit is that? That's crazy, bro.
Promise things will be okay. Cause I love you, babe. Yeah, but they love me too much here, I cannot. Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. I push you niggas through the ringer. Yeah. You getting bodied by a singing nigga.
Boo. Boo. But there was 21 Savage flow. You can hear it. Shout out to him. I see he's a couple of songs away, but this is definitely 21 Savage flow right here.
I push you niggas through the ringer. Yeah, you getting bodied by a singing nigga. Yeah, I'm with nowhere like I'm Chris Kringle. Yeah, your baby mama ain't even posted single. Damn, where she at? Yeah, where she at? Your baby mama ain't even posted single. Yeah, I'm off a quay, it made my body tingle.
Your baby mama ain't even post your single. That's crazy. Is he talking about ASAP and Rihanna? That's wild, bro. But what we doing on this one? I don't know if I'm liking this one.
Yeah. Look in the mirror, see where talking get you. Yeah. You should be swimming with the fucking fishes. But I still got love for your missus and a sister. So I told Capo we can't burn them bridges.
Yeah, this sound like this is a shot at ASAP.
Yeah, you saw my brother, you was trying to fix it. Now you drop your album and you back dissing. Yeah, we G-Block babies, we are not musicians. My niggas didn't have a pot to piss in.
Alright, Drake, calm down, my nigga. Stop the capping.
Now they drop the top so much they got a drop addiction. Capo got so many watches, he might clock a nigga. Capo got so many watches, he needs supervision. Walking around
I like the flip on watches with clocking nigga and supervision with the watch. You know what I'm saying? You got a watch. He might need supervision, you know what I'm saying, to be watched over and shit. Dope ass flip. Dope ass flip.
Capo got so many watches, he might clock a nigga. Capo got so many watches, he needs supervision. Why you walking around the facts like you're superstitious?
Why you walk around the facts like you're superstitious is a dope ass bar. Because we know that if you walking out in the street and you and somebody else is walking together, you split the pole, walking around the pole, some shit like that. There's something wrong with that. I never cared about that superstition or any superstitions, to be honest with you guys. But that particular superstition I always thought was stupid as shit to me. I'm like, what, you going into another dimension or some shit, nigga? The fuck they got? Like, y'all weird about that. But I like how he flipped that shit though.
Why you walking around the facts like you're superstitious? Damn. I push you niggas through the ringer. Yeah, you getting bodied by a singing nigga.
Yeah, I think this is definitely a shot at ASAP. Like, you know what I'm saying? Certain tracks that you can hear on this album is directed to, like, especially one person in particular. I feel like Janice Shut the Fuck Up is definitely directed at Jay-Z. Burning Bridges is definitely directed at ASAP Rocky and shit.
Yeah, I'm with nowhere like I'm Chris Kringle. Yeah, your baby mama ain't even posted single. Damn, where she at? Yeah, where she at? Your baby mama ain't even posted single. I'm off a quay, it made my body tingle.
Nice little 90s goddamn sample.
Yo, baby mama ain't even post a single. Damn, where she at? Yeah, where she at? Yo, baby
This is
mama
it?
ain't even post a single.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm off a quay, it made my body tingle.
Oh man. I think the beat is way better than the song itself. It could have been a lot longer. God damn. God damn. All right, so we got National Treasure and shit. All right, bet. So let's go. This is, what track we at? We at number 9. All right, bet. Halfway through this bitch.
Yeah. For that city though.
Uh-huh.
Tower for this.
Right.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Okay. Out in the 6, I'm a national treasure. The niggas that bat me gon' bat me forever.
This beat is fire off rip. This beat's stupid off rip, and I love it.
R.I.P. Kobe, but y'all niggas brokey. That's probably why y'all be shacking together.
R.I.P. Kobe, but y'all niggas brokey. That's probably why y'all be shacking together. The brokey bar is throwing me because that's what females call niggas and shit. So it might land for the females or the female-minded niggas, but not for me, bro. Like other than that, I can see that, you know what I'm saying, throwing Kobe in there and putting Shaq in together as in, you know what I'm saying, Shaquille O'Neal. So I can see why he reached for that shit. But R.I.P. to Kobe, but y'all niggas broke. Like, I'm trying to see why he even said R.I.P. to Kobe to begin with. Or was it just a way to get to because like you say R.I.P. Kobe just to say brokey?
Out in the 6, I'm a national treasure. The niggas that bat me gon' bat me forever.
Right. Out in the 6, I'm a national treasure. The niggas that bat me, I'm back. Maybe the fact that he's saying he's a national treasure and niggas that back him forever. Maybe he's comparing that to the fact that, you know what I'm saying, Kobe is considered a national treasure, or at least a state treasure in California and shit. And the niggas that back Kobe going back and forth. Maybe that's the correlation, because I don't feel like that Kobe bar was needed. I feel like you only put Kobe in there just to say brokey, and that's corny as fuck in my opinion.
R.I.P. Kobe, but y'all niggas brokey. That's probably why y'all be shacking together.
Or just to say that these niggas is roommates or sleeping together. Maybe that's the reason to say that he wanted to use the brokey, or to bring in Kobe to use the brokey bar. But that, all right, let's get past that. Let's get past that.
Capo and leader got habits together like couples vacation. They packing together like rushing to finish to slap it together. The charges like COVID, they'll catch it together.
That was dope. I like that.
They hate me so much, it's a sickening thing. They must have heard wrong on the call. I sent them a sack because I wanted you shipped to the king. When you was a part of the team, we used to be planning our Mexico trip in the spring. We must have been dealing in spur of the moment. Why did we think you could get us a ring? They begging.
It must have been spur of the moment, because why did we think you can get us a ring? That's clearly a shot at DeMar DeRozan. So I don't know if this is you know what I'm saying? I don't know if this is a DeMar DeRozan diss track or some shit like that, but it definitely sounded like he was throwing shots at DeMar DeRozan on his joint and shit. Like on where's that shit? I don't know if he was talking about planning those Mexico trips was him and DeMar, but everything else after that, Kawhi using Kawhi, and then, you know what I'm saying, the spur of the moment, the fact that DeMar DeRozan got traded to the Spurs for Kawhi Leonard basically, and the Kawhi was the reason why they won the ring in Toronto. Yeah, that's definitely a direct shot at DeMar DeRozan.
About how you went home, the fucker they own. Cody, we threw him away. G-Pop sent us a real one from Dago, and next thing we knew we was doing parades. Fuck all you pussy man who could relate. Might just go take me a walk.
Hey, Nikki, thank you for being here too. I appreciate the love, man. Have a great day. Hopefully your work day go as smooth as possible from here on out.
By the sea, they diss on a boy till they blew in the face. I put all them faces that's blue in the safe. Really can't find me the words, you niggas is birds. I wish that I knew what to say. Movie a block, I don't see a face.
Go to the hotel. Right? Yeah, this sound like a direct diss track to DeMar DeRozan, bro. This nigga is dissing everybody. Celebrities, basketball players, music executives. It don't matter who the fuck you is. Old, new, in between. Everybody getting dissed on this motherfucker.
Stick around in the 6. Don't stick around in the 6. Yeah. Way out of dip out of 6. Run out of 6. Just like it did. Why was TPS at my crib until you boy slid? It is what it is. Check signing is my king. Pushing out ink. I feel like a squid. I will probably need a YouTube search just for me to do a laundry load. Alex Moss trying to bring me back 100 years from now. He got my body froze.
I like the beat switch. I like the flow switch. I feel like he talking shit.
All these niggas want a head tap. I did more damage off a body blow. I can hit you off the iPhone shit. Let me hit you off the lobby phone. Niggas gotta be around, head on swivel, cause we are not alone. Niggas gotta be around ice on the same shit like we monotone. Niggas gotta be around ice with the sticks. I'm like a hockey coach. Niggas better have a bag with a pipe like they came from a... What? Bag with a pipe like they came from a Scottish home.
He running this shit. I like this flow. I like the rhyme concept. Everything that he's saying.
Damn way niggas talking about ice must be a cell on microphone. How you niggas go from asking for some tickets, now you niggas trying to stop the show. I run.
Now think about it, because it's the same rhyme scheme all the way through. You know what I'm saying? Like all the way through. Like from the beginning and shit, laundry load all the way down to goddamn stop the show. It's the same rhyme scheme, but I like the way he's doing it and shit.
Cause the Iceman was a nice man, now I'm hot and cold.
So yeah, all the way down to hot and cold. You know what I'm saying?
Way out of dip out of 6, run out of 6, just like it did. Why was TPS at my crib until you boy slid? It is what it is. Check signing is my king, pushing out ink. I feel like a squid.
This beat is fire. I feel like a lot of the beats on here that he's rapping on is low-key outweighing some of the bars and shit. Low-key outweighing some of the concepts on the track, especially when you're doing a whole rap song about a fucking NBA player, bro. Like you could have used those bars on somebody else, as fire as they were.
Okay.
Okay. Next track. B's on the Table, featuring 21 Savage. Here we go. Now we get to 21. So we got our Future track, and now we get our 21 Savage track. Hopefully this is better than the Future track. I think that Run to Atlanta track didn't live up to the hype, in my opinion.
Yeah, none of you pussies is acting the same. Mind on my money, I'm racking my brain. You pussies could never get back.
Mind on my money, I'm racking my brain. Yeah, racks my brain. Mine's on my money. That's a nice little flip.
With the game, go to the hotel right after your game, or come to your show and get back on the plane. This contract talk is frying my brain. The numbers they talking are actually insane.
It's bees on the table, bees on the table.
So what kind of track is you talking about? Because if you're talking about getting out of your deal because you want to be independent, but you also saying they talking about putting bees on the table. What are we doing here, Drake? What are we doing here, Aubrey? Like, what are we doing? Do you want to be independent, or do you want to work with your label and get them billions and shit? Because shit, bees on the table. Listen. It make anybody second guess being independent. I tell you that.
Contract talk is frying my brain. The numbers they talking are actually insane.
It's bees on the table, bees on the table, bees on the table, bees on the table.
I don't want to talk about ends. I don't want to talk about friends. I don't want to talk about how this shit started, man. I want to talk about how this shit ends.
Bees on the table.
I like that shit. So let's talk about it then.
Bees on the table.
Yeah.
Bees on the table.
Okay, then.
Bees on the table.
Can't even talk to my dogs. Can't even talk to my bitch. Sometimes I sit in a parking garage and I talk to my watch, or I talk to my whip. It's bees on the.
I think that's a 50 Cent reference. I let my watch talk for me, my whip talk for me, my gat talk for me. Blah, what up, homie? I feel like that's a little 50 Cent nod right there.
Sometimes I sit in a parking parking garage and I talk to my watcher, I talk to my witness.
Bees on the table, bees on the table, okay, bees on the table.
As repetitive as this beat is, I mean this hook is, it sounds like a shorter version of Short Bus Shorty. Short Bus Shorty. That's what it sounds like. That's all I'm hearing. That's all I'm hearing.
Bees on the table.
Okay. I've been on my just in case shit. I got a whole lot of names and dates and pictures of faces. Save whenever the right time and places. Trust me, I know this.
Bees on.
So he said just in case, I got a lot of information that I saved for the right time and places. Just, you know what I'm saying? So you niggas, you know what I'm saying? Just you niggas know I'm prepared, basically. That's what he's saying. And I don't know if he's saying that talking about the case, just in case, you know, because he got a case going on right now. So he could be referring to that particular case, or he could be referring to rat beefs or whatever. I think that's a dope way that he put it, that it could mean either thing.
I've been on my just in case shit. I got a whole lot of names and dates and pictures of faces. Save whenever the right time and places. Trust me, I know this.
Bees
And if that's the case, right? You a snitch, nigga. Fuck out my face.
on the table, bees on the table.
Fuck out my face, nigga.
Bees on the table, bees on the table.
Spent months in the corner, just me and my bag. I'm used to this, I'm numb to that. I know I just gotta adapt. Hey, let's wait on your Spotify rap. The messages you about to send on the 16th, please don't hit send on none of that. There's no need to check.
Please don't hit send. The message you about to hit on the 16th, please don't hit send on none of that. So he's saying that it's up for y'all niggas anyway. Don't try to show no love after the album. Don't try to hit me with like, oh, we always knew you was the GOAT and all that shit. Don't try to do none of that shit. That's what he's saying. See, luckily, I'm one of the motherfuckers that, like I said, I'm only looking for hip hop and I can appreciate it as it is. And I still don't like you as an artist. You know what I'm saying? But I could say that this is actually dope so far, this album. You know what I'm saying? We 10 tracks in and I haven't been complaining about maybe 2, maybe 3 tracks. You know what I'm saying? So that means 7 tracks that I actually liked so far. And we ain't even get, you know what I'm saying, to the rest of the album. So I'm just being honest and unbiased as a hip hop fan. But as a person that don't care for Drake, you know what I'm saying, as an artist, I can honestly say that's not going to change my opinion on him. I think he rapping though.
Check what the temperature is, you know what it is if you double back. Should've put another blade in my back, should've stood over and double tap.
Oh, who you talking? Who he talking to? And shit, you know what I'm saying? You're telling them you should have put another blade in my back. You should have double tapped. You should have made sure I was dead. And shit, because I don't think that he talking to Kendrick. Him and Kendrick been having issues for over 10 years and shit. So it's not like you put a blade in his back. It's not like you didn't see this coming with Kendrick. Could it be J. Cole? Could it be LeBron James? Could it be goddamn YG? You know, all the other niggas that was on the stage during the pop out or at the pop out. Because I know that he had a real issue with that. He had a serious issue with that, apparently. Right.
You know what it is if you double back. Should've put another blade in my back. Should've stood over and double tap. Hey, but y'all need a duffel bag. What is the offer they said? What did they put on the table? What does that say on that paper? Fuck that, they gotta double that, triple that. Fuck is the bitches at? Yo, the chef 2 Michelin. Coming to the 6 and we dipping you boys like a christening.
That's a nice bar, but I don't think that anybody is scared of Canada, bro. I'm sorry. And I hate to sound naive and I hate to sound ignorant because people get busy everywhere. We know this for a fact, right? But ain't nobody scared of Canada, bro. Like, for real, especially Toronto. We understand that sometimes people do shit out there and y'all got your own little posses and gangs and shit like that. But it's like that everywhere, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, people got to stop that shit. Like, I grew up in Camden, New Jersey. That's not a city or a town or a place that I'm scared to go to. And shit, you know what I'm saying? That I'm scared to be in and shit. Is that you might have to keep, you know what I'm saying, everything at alert. You know what I'm saying? You might have to keep your head on the swivel because you in new surrounding, but you're not gonna be scared to go there, or you not. You know what I'm saying? It's not anybody gonna have any issues. Half of the time, if I'm there, you're not even gonna know I'm there or not. And shit. So the way these niggas be talking like that shit, it always had me laugh because you ain't never had to worry about, you know what I'm saying, Leonardo DiCaprio checking in with nobody, but all of a sudden all of our people got check in. Fuck out of here. I know that went to a whole different direction, but that's the point I was making.
The to the 6 and we dipping you boys like a christening.
But that's a dope ass bar though.
I'ma put you in sticky predicaments. Till he might come take a stick off a pussy like they was transitioning.
That was unnecessarily tough. That was unnecessarily tough.
Till he might come take a stick off a pussy like they was transitioning.
Yo, that's wild. That's wild. That's wild. I like that. That was a crazy flip.
Till he might come take a stick off a pussy like they was transitioning.
Crazy.
I'm fighting a man, I suing a rapper, you boys not listening. Your boyfriend a fisherman.
I'm fighting a man I saw in a rapper, your boy's not listening. Like I said, once you involve all the rappers shit in there, once the rappers gotta be called in for deposition and all that type of shit, and they gotta, you know, get lawyered up and all that, and they gotta give away papers and let y'all see shit and discover, find shit and discover all that type of shit. Yeah, you brought the rapper into it. Once you brought Not Like Us into the lawsuit and all that type of shit, you brought the rapper into it, bro. You suing, you know what I'm saying? You might not necessarily be suing the rapper, but you damn sure brought the rapper into the lawsuit. I tell you that. I tell you that right now, my nigga.
That's just a word in the industry. Don't mean to be in your business. I'm talking spicy, hot, sizzling. Don't stick around if you visiting. Yeah. What is the offer they said? What did they put on the table? Better treat me like Shane Cobbin. Bank tellers better stay clocked in. Bank tellers better bees on the table. Bees on the table.
I don't know about that one, man. I feel like when you doing these tracks.
I don't give a fuck if you love me.
Oh, this is what I miss. Okay.
Asking me how did it feel? Can't say it didn't surprise me. Last time I looked to my right.
Yeah, but when you're doing these type of tracks with 21 and with Future, I feel like you want to try to feature them a little bit more and shit, just instead of having this bees on the table. I don't think that you needed him on the track just saying a hook the whole time, a repetitive ass hook like that. This is What Did I Miss? I think I did we did a reaction to What Did I Miss up on the channel, man, when it first came out over, I think 2 years ago, or a year ago at least. So yeah, we're gonna just go ahead and skip to the next track, which is Plot Twist, for real. Y'all can go on the channel though and check out that What Did I Miss reaction that I did, because I'm still feel the same way that I felt about the song then now.
October's on as the label. 7-figure deal was a fable. 8-figure bought out the neighbors. 9 figures turning the tables. You pussy boy better be ready and
okay. 7-figure deal was a fable. When he first started, he ain't believe he can get a deal like that. 8-figure deal bought out the neighbors, meaning that now I don't even live near nobody and shit. All the land that you see around my crib is mine and shit. And 9-figure labels is turning the tables, meaning that like now I'm low key becoming bigger than my label. No pun intended. Bars.
8-figure bought out the neighbors. 9 figures turning the tables. You pussy boy better be ready and able. I'm coming. I can't talk on broke case cause it's sticky. Free tea and free greasy, my Achilles. My youngest put lots on the city, so niggas be shit to come out when it's litty. See, that's the Crody, so free them. These niggas are joking. I wouldn't want to be in my.
Now I'll tell you this, the flows and the sounds sound, how can I say this without trying to sound like I'm hating, yo? It sound used. Like, this is nothing new. And I'm not saying it in a bad way either. I'm just saying like it sounds like he was like, I don't want to say he's playing it safe, because I don't feel like he's playing it safe by any means, but I mean like when it comes to the flows and when it comes to you know what I'm saying, how he wanna be approaching each beat and shit like that, like it's kind of a formulaic Drake sound in my opinion. Like there's nothing that sounds too different for real.
I be the producer, like what's the BPM? I cannot de-escalate things that we see them. My young boys don't do it for clout. If they do it, they cover their head and their mouth. Swear some shit I'm forgetting about. 03 of the slime when they letting him out. I be with them guys from the 6 that you niggas stay talking on Reddit about. Say a whole lot, but we saw you and we had you begging it out. Remember that shit? Twist.
Who was he talking to when he said, maybe he talk about Ross when he's saying that we saw you niggas and had you beg with Ross, and then was out there fighting when he was there and shit. So I don't know who's he referring to when he said, you know what I'm saying, they saw niggas and had them begging. are copping pleas and shit like that.
Twisting it. Yeah, twisting his fingers and looking at me. Twisting some shit up that I never seen. Twisting it up, I don't know what that means. I'm twisting it back cause he twisting at me. Twisting that 6 in his face. Twisting that R in his face like Styles and P.
Like Styles and P. I don't get that. Who the fuck is P? Twisting that R in his face like Styles and P. I know the R, you know what I'm saying, is like Rough Riders reference when you say Styles and P, but I mean, I get it, whatever. I think I'm being way too cynical and looking too deep into that shit. But who you twisting fingers up, my nigga? And first of all, don't be doing that shit. Just you talking about he twisting at him, so I'm twisting back. Like don't do no shit like that, nigga. You don't know what the fuck going on. You ain't about that lifestyle, my nigga.
Twisting the M and the O and the B. Twisting the O and the C and the T and the O and the B and the E and the R and the G and the A and the N and the G. Twist. Yeah,
I'm not about to do that.
Twisting it. I'm twisting it up cause he twisting at me. I haven't seen bro in a while, but that nigga wild. I'm not in a rush to. People keep telling me smile, but bro is on trial. The shit to adjust to. I don't need security to ride around town. We can fly downtown, just us two. Unless you know the G-way handshake. When we go to shake hands, man, can't trust you. Pulling out the cash on camera, waterproof iPhone case, bro, splash.
I think he rapping his ass off, bro. And that's what I actually asked for. I asked for Drake to be rapping his ass off on this album. And I think that he's doing that shit to an elite, like on an elite level. I'm just not feeling like the content, though. Like, not on this particular track, maybe. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me and shit. Like, you're not a mob boss. You're not a gangster. Like, you never was. I'm gonna need y'all to chill out on that shit. Like, you don't always have to portray that shit. You don't always have to push that shit. I mean, maybe that's just my personal opinion and shit. But, like, anybody, not just him. You know what I'm saying? It could be anybody. You know what I'm saying? You don't always have to push that type of vibe and shit just because you know you can and shit. Like,
on camera, she wanna pop ass on camera. Sweetie, you could film, just don't put on camera. They just try to move so racist. We gotta go beat some cases before we show faces. And all I do is shell down stages. My face never ages. I must be in God's good graces. If my emotions,
I don't know, man. You was looking kind of worn down after the battle, bro. Your face did age about a couple years after that battle, my boy.
are showing it's only because I'm ahead of what they got going. I'm trying to stay laid back cause you know the hotheads with me and they want to get the payback going. I don't recognize none of that shit that he's throwing, but maybe where he's from they know it. All I know is the man I'm a piss. Fuck that shit, man. Twisting it.
This nigga got to his goddamn accent too. You don't think I ain't hear you slide that shit in there?
Yeah, he's twisting his fingers and looking at me. Twisting some shit up that I never seen. Twisting it up, I don't know what that means. Twist. I'm twisting it back cause he twisting at me. Twisting that 6 in his face. Twisting that R in his face like Styles and P. Twisting the M and the O and the B. Twisting the O and the C and the T and the O and the B and the E and the R and the G and the A and the N and the G. Twist. Yeah, twisting it. Yeah, twisting it.
Yeah, I'm cool.
I'm twisting it up cause he twisting at me.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
I think he was rapping, but it sounded like an average Drake track. Bro, we gonna have 32 seconds of just beat. Like, you could have just kept rapping, bro. Next song. Too hard for the radio. Let's go.
Some shit I wrote about a rich ass nigga that's deep in the game. They call me Drizzy Drake and I'm keeping the name. I sport Nike shoes, I got a mic to use to talk.
It sounds like maybe a Mac Dre beat, but it's definitely Oakland Bay Area sounding. He's definitely using a Too Short flow. And he's not doing it as good as Short, and that's like, and I ain't trying to shit on it, but he's not doing it as good as Short, and shit. You ain't got that sound, you ain't got that West Coast sound, that West Coast twang that they have when they doing this type of flow and shit. But shout out to him. This is definitely a direct shot, or maybe a direct answer and shit to Not Like Us with this with this type of flow, especially being a Bay Area beat. You know what, Mustard being from the Bay Area.
About a rich ass nigga that's deep in the game. They call me Drizzy Drake and I'm keeping the name. I sport Nike shoes, I got a mic to use to talk bad about you pussies. I don't like you fools.
And that sounds so old school, man. I sport Nike shoes, I got a mic to use. That sound like hip hop. Started out in the park. Like, come on, bro. Like, we ain't gonna let you get away with that shit, right? We ain't gonna let you get away with that shit, right? Come on, man. They call me Drizzy Drake and I'm keeping the name. I sport Nike shoes. I got a mic to use.
They call me Drizzy Drake and I'm keeping the name. I sport Nike shoes. I got a mic to use to talk bad about you pussies. I don't like you fools. Got a Oakland show tonight, baby. My young boys from the yacht going crazy. I'm on a bridge with a tank unleaded. I pull up early to that bitch. That bitch was yanking already. I said yang in the city.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. Like, I'm gonna try to show love by using their language and coming out and this is what you was getting accused of to begin with, bro. Like, just going out and stealing people's lingo, and then people gonna be like, yeah, Drake made that shit popping when that shit been popping in the Bay for centuries, or you know what I'm saying? Well, not, you know, I'm over exaggerating, but you know what I mean. Like, this is the type of shit that you get no credit for, you get no love for, nigga. Because while if this is direct shot at Kendrick and shit, like, oh, this is how you supposed to do shit like that, nigga. You can't tell a nigga from the area how to be from the area, nigga. While you cosplaying the Bay Area nigga right now. That's what I'm talking about.
I pull up early to that bitch was yanking already. I said yang in the city and I really got rank. You see the backpack to the front, you getting spanked. I really blow hams for the fun of it. New owl, blue diamonds on the front of it. Shot my little cousin, missed having none of it. Trying to campaign, yeah, Drizzy bad running shit. Raw, living large, yeah. And I put it on Cedars and a Boulevard. When I lost Big Matty, I took it hard. Need to call up a start for some chrome hard. You my new girl, you gotta look the part. Hey, it's Mr. Make a pipe down, there you go. Yeah, it's Mr. Pop Star, that's the way it go. Now I'm too hard for the fucking radio. Too hard for the fucking radio.
Yeah, I mean, if we comparing the West Coast sound into and that's what I'm saying. Like, when it's authentic, you can't compete with it, bro. You can't compete with it. This is a dope bop. This is a dope song. This is going to be popping this summer. It's going to be popping this summer. But any song from GNX, it sound way more authentic than this. I'm sorry, and I hate to make the comparison like that, but I know that this song is a direct correlation to Not Like Us or even the sound on GNX, whereas though it was just the West Coast sound. So any song on GNX sounds better than this song when you was trying to show him, oh, this is how you actually do that shit. Nah, bro, because you don't sound as authentic as him. You sound like a nigga from another area doing a tribute song to the Bay Area and shit.
Yeah, too hard for the fucking radio. Too hard for the fucking radio.
Another beat switch.
I'ma show you what to do, little nigga. Hey, I'ma show you what to do, little boy. Hey, I'ma show you what. Hey, first off, I make real time smacks. Boy, you know the model gotta push it to the max. Back when they was asking about where Davidson was at, now everybody got a blue 30 on their bag. Must have heard about us, gotta catch up to the slaps. Yeah, once it's me and YG rap. Fags.
He said, must have heard about us, gotta catch up to the slack. You ain't had once it's me and YG raps. Facts. Now Drake. The revisionist history that you're trying to portray when it comes to DJ Mustard and Kendrick Lamar, what they was able to accomplish in the last 2 years, bro. TV off, Not Like Us, Grammys. The fuck is you talking about, bro? Stop that. You sound crazy. You sound wild when you say some shit like that, bro.
Must have heard about us, gotta catch up to the slaps. Yeah, once it's me and YG rap. Fags, 900 million for the trash. Rack City, bitch, we remember that. Damn, you should try and get back to that. This new shit, you could've kept it on the laugh.
That's crazy. Now he got a whole track coming at Mustard. He got a whole joint. He got a whole joint coming at Mustard now. This shit, like, he coming at everybody.
Hit a nigga doing labs, strippers on my lap. I'm about to make a bad bed. Hey, tell her come and boy a lap dance. Damn, y'all was really all hopping back then. Huh? Now your names got redacted. Yeah, now a nigga got a fact check. Yeah, and I'm on.
Who he talk about on the goddamn Epstein, John? Y'all was really island hopping back then. Now your names got redacted. Who was he speaking on right then? Because I know he probably wasn't speaking on Mustard right there and shit. So who he talking about? All right.
Damn, y'all was really all hopping back then. Huh? Now your names got redacted. Yeah, now a nigga got a fact check. Yeah, and I'm on the west like the Pac-10. Yeah, I'm fucking power couples up. Yeah, acting like you love marrying your wife. Hey, boys need to worry about a jury in your life. Hey, living large. Yeah, and I put it on Cedars and a Boulevard. When I lost Big Natty, I took it hard. Need to call up a star for some chrome hearts. You my new girl, you gotta look apart. Hey, it's Mr. Make a Pipe Down, there you go. Yeah, it's Mr. Pop Star, that's the way it go. Now I'm too hard for the fucking radio. Too hard for the fucking radio.
I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. I'm gonna keep it funky with you. The shit was cool. The shit was cool. It's nowhere near as dope as y'all niggas made this shit out to be, bro. It's nowhere. This shit is cool. Like I said, it sound like a nigga doing a tribute track to the West Coast or to the Bay Area. Like, yo, I want to do this shit to shout out to them niggas. It don't sound authentic because you can't sound authentic when you from fucking Canada. It's dope for what it is, put it like that. Next track. Make Them Remember. No lyrics available, so we're gonna have to just listen to this one.
For real. My social battery is drained. For real, for real. Just came from hearing a lot of niggas cop a lot of pleas like, oh brother, you know we brothers, it's never been nothing. I tell you, sending me that owl emoji, my DM ain't gonna mean nothing.
I feel like he's talking about Cole right there. Oh brother. I feel like he talking about Cole right there. He could be talking about Ross. And, ain't nobody worried about you, brother. We want to see you shine, brother. That's what Ross just said. He could be talking about either one of those guys, but I feel like that was a shot at Cole.
Don't try coming around when the score is back to 10-0. For real. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Look up. Turbulent flights, dodging cumulus clouds, squares drawing a line, but we at the root of it now. It feels like I got a lot of even ties, so I don't know if these are wins or not based on what's suitable now.
Feel like I got a lot to even ties, so I don't even know if these wins based off of what's suitable now. And the issue is, y'all both lied, dog. Y'all both lied, and you can't keep playing the victim to do that shit, bro. Like, you can't say everything that you said was 100% facts and everything that he said was 100% lies. You can't do that shit, bro. You can't. You cannot do that shit. Like, that's corny as hell when you try to play the victim like that.
You don't even hear me though.
Yeah, whatever.
That jacket on anybody, your funeral bound. But like the goalposts, I'm out here just moving around. They say conclusions were drawn, but I'm in super denial. What is a loss? I'll be damned if I'm losing it now. I'm the golden goose shaking things up at Lucian's house. I'm in the battlefield, really putting boots to the ground.
He's rapping his ass off on this one, bro. But I feel like this is a lot of cap in this one. This is a lot of cap. You is the golden goose shaking it up at Lucian's house, without a doubt. You is that guy. And shit, you is that guy and shit. But, you know what I'm saying? All that putting Jack, you know what I'm saying? He's a woman beater. He's raising another man's son. All that wild type of shit that you put on him. But it's okay if you do it. It's bad if someone else do it. That shit corny as fuck, bro. We can't let that shit slide. I don't give a fuck how good you rapping, nigga. Shit was ass right there that you said that.
Boost the CPO sales, analyze that you tell. If Drake took out the AK, maybe he be in jail.
And that's the bar that a lot of people talk about with the Dre bar and shit. If Drake take out the AK, maybe he be in jail. If you take out the AK in Drake name, especially where the letters is arranged that it was spelled Dre. But the issue is Dre ain't in jail. So that bar is null and void, man. Move on. Let's go.
Just based off the name that it spells. What they say they just smelled. I heard they got special places in hell for niggas joking about evil when they did it themselves. Damn.
Ain't it the kettle calling the pot? Ain't the pot calling the kettle? You know how that phrase go and shit. But you can't say that, Drake. You can't say and do that when we know that you put money in the streets to get information on niggas and came back with nothing and you got burnt and now you mad. We know that, nigga. You said well, your camp has said it. The other camp has said it. We know this shit. This is a fact. So now all of a sudden you're the victim. That's what I'm saying. We can't let this shit go on, bro. Just because you putting the shit together nicely and you rapping your ass off does not necessarily mean that this shit is fact. And shit, that mean that you playing the fucking victim, and we can't let that shit happen.
What y'all thought I was done? Y'all forgot what I done? Y'all forgot about Drake? Y'all forgot where I'm from? Y'all forgot if I gave you a hand, you under the thumb? Convenient amnesia.
You forgot if I gave you a hand, you under the thumb. That shows that, nigga, I'm not looking to help you. I'm looking to control you. I'm looking to you know what I'm saying, to be the man that controls everything with you and shit. I could squish you with my thumb and shit. Like, I don't like that bar, bro. You think that? See, if you really just listen to this nigga's telling you about himself, bro. Like, he want to be manipulative and shit to these other artists and shit. He want to like act like I'm helping you come along, I'm helping you build up, but now you owe me forever type shit, bro. Like, it's like he on some mafia shit, like I said.
From all you ballerinas, it doesn't alter what you said or how it made us see you. I shouldn't even be shocked to see you in that arena, because you always made your career off of switching teams up. I never got a copy of the newest rules, apparently.
She's about to talk about some rules and shit, but I'll tell you this though, that LeBron bar was tough. I give you that LeBron bar was tough. Just based off that everything he said was facts. You know what I'm saying? Everything that he said was facts. It's not like you can really debate that, but I want to go back to this shit. He said he's about to talk about the rules because Drake, you're known for trying to switch up and change the rules in hip hop. So let's talk about it.
Because you always made your career off of switching teams up. I never got a copy of the newest rules. Apparently the title of the book is called Fooling Fools. Y'all
Fooling Fools. I mean, I think that's what you did a lot. That's what you did and try to still do to this day. You try to fool the motherfuckers who's willing to be fooled and shit, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. You can't do this. You can't do this. When we see your strategy, we seen your strategy throughout years and how you like to control things and how you like to go about things and how you like to go about battles in particular with people. You can't do this shit. You like to go, you did the same shit with Pusha T. You put money in the streets to try to get information about him and got played out then. You initiated the beef by going after somebody he loves by mentioning his wife. Same thing you did with Kendrick. You have a track record and trying to act like you're the victim, bro. Stop that shit.
I was riding all summer, pedal bars going #1, and yet y'all trying to tell me who's grooming who. Comb through this hair before you cut me for a new recruit. Before you say toodaloo off of shit that keep popping up on your Google News. Ain't been in the cage since I flew the coop. I was on Coast and Ave with my mama, numbers started going through the roof. Bentley with the B inside the wings like whoopie woos. Spinning downtown like hula hoops. Is it the fair skin or the Jewish roots? Why people wanna not see me on top of the mountain like I do?
Oh, you're gonna try to use he's gonna try to use his Jewish backgrounds and then use Nazi right after that shit to try to make people seem like, oh, you hate me because I'm Jewish and now you anti-Semitic. Get the fuck out my face, Drake. That's what I'm talking about, bro. You not about to play the victim like that. That's corny as shit. Just because it's a bar don't make it not corny. That shit corny.
Like hula hoops. Is it the fair skin or the Jewish roots? Why people wanna not see me on top of the mountain like I do the dudes? Damn. And fuck a Billboard #1, man, whoop-de-doo. They rigging the game because you fighting the biggest artists. They trying to have me stuck in this position like rigor mortis. Turn my back on you just to give you the biggest target. They only know your name in the bigger markets, never in the little markets. B markets, C markets, all of those is D markets. You be at the flea market, that's cold in the 6. It means chances are you taking a plea bargain. You belong in a pack with some rats like Dean Martin.
I feel like this is definitely addressed to Kendrick. I just don't feel like none of this shit is real. I mean, it's definitely my personal opinion, but I don't feel like none of this shit is real. I feel like he's rapping, but none of this shit is real.
Target. They only know your name in the bigger markets, never in the little markets. B markets, C markets, all of those is D markets. You be at the flea market, that's cold in the 6. It means chances are you taking a plea bargain. You belong in a pack with some rats like Dean Martin. Me and Mac, the 3 amigos, I'm Steve Martin. I swear I'm going loony over tune like that Green Martian, so please stop. Memories of where we used to live, but truth be told, I can't even see the block. It's blocked by the treetops. Please stop.
I like some of those bars in there, especially the Looney Tune bar, say going crazy over tune on the Green Martian, talking about Lil Wayne and shit. That was dope. He threw some nice bars in there, but it's like, bro, I feel like when you address shit like this, but you also play the victim in these situations, when we watch this shit play out in real time, it's like, bro, that's kind of corny in my opinion, because you're trying to make it seem like you wasn't out there throwing out falsifications. Also, you wasn't out there throwing out bullshit, you know what I'm saying, to the wall and hoping that it stick in some aspects because of the false information that you was fed, or the information that you paid for, that, you know what I'm saying, that was fed to you. It's shit. So we can't allow you to just do this right here, bro. That's one thing that I liked about the GNX album, because even when Kendrick addressed that shit, it was really no victimhood in his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he owned up what he did, his part of what he did, and he addressed what was going on and how he felt during the beef, but he never really played the victim. You're playing the victim throughout this album every time you address that shit, bro. Like, for real. So you saying that the industry wanted Kendrick to take out the biggest artists and shit, they allowed, because they, you know what I'm saying, they allowed him to do that shit like that, and it's only because you wanted to get out of the deal and shit. But you didn't want to get out of the deal before you and Kendrick was beefing. There was no reports of that. You was happy. You know what I'm saying? You signed that monstrous deal when you gave up, you know what I'm saying, the rights to your music, I think the earlier parts of your career, shit like that. So it was really no issues or nothing being reported between you and UMG until after or during the beef and shit. Then you try to use that as an excuse and as an example, and I just don't like it, bro. Stop playing fucking victim.
Stop asking about what's going on with 23andMe. I'm a real nigga and he's not. It's in my DNA. I could have fell back like the married rapper, but we engaged. I told y'all I'm settled in my evil ways.
I could have fell back like the married rapper, but we engaged. I told you I'm settled in my evil ways. Child, that's a cold bar, but I don't think that's, I don't know. I feel like sometimes Drake be saying shit just to say shit, just to make sure that he covered, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that he covered his goddamn tracks when it comes to addressing everybody and everything.
These niggas thinking that the spot is up for grabs, they'll never see the day. To be the #1, you gotta lead the way. And to hold something over my head forever, you're still a couple feet away. Your insecurities keep spanning season to season like you Issa Rae. Plot twist, the owl never sees the cage. The owl only wakes up to seize the day. Talking about hiding the Bible, maybe I should read a page. Iced out crosses on their necks thinking Jesus saves. Well, even if he does, nigga, either way. The blasphemy you talk, let me know that your amazing grace gon' be delayed. You niggas should be ashamed. The fact you had to bring those talks to get some decent plays. Goodness gracious. God wanna wipe that little smug look right off of your fucking face.
He's talking directly to Kendrick right here. He's talking directly to Kendrick right here. Now, I liked everything that he said because, like, you know what I'm saying, I don't think that the pedophilia shit was real that Kendrick was saying about him. And that was definitely a bold-faced lie that I think Kendrick was saying, you know what I'm saying, about Drake and shit. Just like I feel like Drake was saying bold-faced lies about, you know what I'm saying, Kendrick's son not being his and shit. Like, but like I always said, and I said this shit before, I said this shit when GNX dropped, I said this shit at the end of the battle initially. If we're both lying and my lie is better than yours, you can't get mad. You can't go and tell like, oh no, he's lying. You know how I know he lying? Because I lied too. It's just that his lie worked better. Like, you can't do that shit, bro. You can't do that. But he rapping, like he's talking some shit on this part, like for real. Like for real, bro.
I'm a real nigga and he's not. It's in my DNA. I could have fell back like the married rapper, but we engaged. I told y'all I'm settled in my evil ways.
Right.
These niggas thinking that the spot is up for grabs, they'll never see the day. To be the #1, you gotta lead the way.
Okay.
And to hold something over my head forever, you're still a couple feet away. Your insecurities keep spanning season to season like you Issa Rae. Plot twist, the owl never.
I like that Issa Rae bar. Your insecurities keep spanning season to season, like Issa Rae and shit. The show that she had, you know what I'm saying, or has. I don't know if it's still active, but you know what I mean.
Never sees the cage, the owl only wakes up and sees the day. Talking about hiding the Bible, maybe I should read a page. Iced out crosses on their necks, thinking Jesus saves. Well, even if he does, nigga, either way. The blasphemy you talk, let me know that your amazing grace gon' be delayed. You niggas should be ashamed. The fact you had to bring those talks to get some decent plays. Goodness gracious. God wanna wipe that little smug look right off of your fucking face. All you really did was cap like uppercase. Dodge your truth, still managed to finally get a hit that let you run a base. Niggas saw you out at first, you need them, so you out at home now, just like a double play. As for these other suckers that's tucked away, I'm down to put bills on their face.
That baseball line, that shit was tough. Like everything he said on the baseball boards was fire and shit. I ain't gonna front. And Kendrick had a 2-year run. That's not, I mean, a year and a half run, you know what I'm saying? And then he do what he normally do. And I didn't expect nothing different. See, what y'all niggas think is, oh, you got to do it like the last person did it. No, the fuck I don't, nigga. If I got it, I'm doing it my way, bitch. Fuck out my face. I ain't got to do shit like you, nigga. You feel me? And I think that's how Kendrick always looked at shit. I'ma still be who I am and do how I do, nigga. I ain't got to be out here whoring myself to the masses and shit, because that's how I get into these situations right now with your label when you fighting to get free because you done did 145,000 songs and shit and they still whoring you out. They still milking the cow. I get to do this shit when I want to, nigga. You have to do this shit so you know what I'm saying, so much. Like, that's what I'm getting from Kendrick and shit. Rather as though Drake is saying that, oh, if you the man, you have to consistently do this, that, and the thing. No, you don't, nigga. You only doing that because you have to do that, not because you want to do that. Kendrick does what he want when it comes to dropping his music. You doing what you have to do because of the fucking contract that you have.
No wonder why they been ducking Drake. Bills on their face, no wonder why they been ducking Drake. Let's not even take it to that other place. You boys too pussy like double dates. Running out of 6 like you want to race. I watch this guy spasm with a puzzled face. Who knows which one of his bubble-shaped things I must have ushered through the double gates. Showed her the time of a life while broski having stomach aches. Hearing about good times at Lover's Lake. And send it back to you while you sleepwalking naked in another state. You'll live to see another day.
You talking about Joe Budden right there, and I still don't think that's nowhere near as tough as what Joe said to him on the 5 tracks that he gave that nigga within like a week and shit.
And even if you don't, it's just another day. We ain't crying for your punk ass anyway. I'm a 6-side renegade. For anybody adding more lemons to the lemonade, souring the vibes that I generate. I'm 16 years in the game. This ain't Minute Maid. Scrimmaging with scrubs for the love of the game. Cause I'm unamused and all the go to middle age. And most folks done for once, even I'm a bit amazed. Yeah, someone get a kid a raise. What is it, the braids?
What is it, the braids? Like, bro, he's addressing everything that, like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of shit that Kendrick said, but the issue is, bro, for one, say his name. You know, if we're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, right? Say his name. And then for 2, you can't play victim. You can't play victim.
Even when I cut him, I could never fade. I mean, it's Drizzy Drake, like.
I mean, it's Drizzy Drake, like. He don't even sound like he believe that shit, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. He was rapping his ass off on this shit, but I felt like it was a lot of cat, but that might be a little bit of my biasness coming into it. I ain't even gonna front. Let's go on to this next track, man. I got shit I gotta do. Lil Birdie.
Yeah, his and hers. I don't like going to Vegas. I start mixing Virgil.
Okay.
If he was witnessing this shit in person. All these pussy niggas tripping like they clipped a hurdle. All these pussy niggas acting like they missed a murder. All these Arab women treat me like the Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
Me and gain a lot just like the dish detergent. I put CC's on that hoe just like a titty shoe. Yeah. Hey.
DJ Frisco 954.
Yeah. Hey. Look. A little birdie say you did me dirty. And the story keep on getting worse, I'm getting worried. Yeah.
What's that sound? Why it sound like he recorded this shit in the bathroom or something?
Yeah. I'm going up, I'm going vertically. 2009, I'm lit, I told him hurry up and book me. Yeah, hurry up and book me before I charge a fortune. Lauren, why you acting like I'm not important to you? You was there in 24 when niggas shot the door in. See ya outside again, I thought your ass went corporate. You put the X in expensive, girl, you so annoying. I used to fuck it slow, I used to leave it in. I used to hate the tour, I ain't wanna leave again. Now I know the truth about you and I'm free again. Until your new man cop them tickets, you won't see me again. Yeah, word, yeah.
I don't know if I fuck with this track or not, but I'm honestly, bro, I'm ready to get over this album. This album long as shit.
Little birdie said you did me dirty. I be telling Alex Moss, fuck it, his and hers it. Hey, well, yeah, his and hers it. I don't like going to Vegas, I start mixing Virgil. He be sick if he was witnessing this shit in person. All these pussy niggas tripping like they clipped a hurdle. All these pussy niggas acting like they missed a murder. All these Arab women treat me like the Prince of Persia. Speak on me and gain a lot just like the dish detergent. I put CC's on that hoe just like a titty surgeon. Yeah, damn, for real. A little birdie said you did me dirty. How you fix your mouth to ask me if that shit would hurt me? Girl, you know that shit would hurt me. Girl, you know it's working. Yeah,
this sound like some shit that Kodak Black would make.
You trying to bring me down, acting like you worried about me. You know you did me wrong.
That's another thing too. Like I'm saying, like it don't sound like nothing too different than what Drake would normally do or rap about. Or like I don't know, like he rapping his ass off. I give him that, but like that.
Asking how I heard about it. I said a birdie told me, damn, you did me dirty, homie. Yeah, it's over for us. I can see the curtain closing. Put a hurting on me, put a lot of burden on me. I'm in the strip club, all these hoes converging on me. I'm back outside in here flirting with the 30 on me. Damn, hey, yeah.
Oh shit. Alright, that's what's up.
A little birdie said you did me dirty. And the story keep on getting worse, I'm getting worried.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going up, I'm going vertically. 2009, I'm lit, I told him hurry up and book me.
Okay. Alright, yeah, that was a cool track. On to the next one. Don't worry.
I feel alive, no thanks to you. What is this I'm waking up to? I don't need you breaking my news, I see it too. I don't have as much patience as you. When do they look up to you? Guess that isn't up to you. Yeah. If I get my everything with
These ain't my vibes. Just letting y'all know that right now. I'm not a fan of singing Drake, so go ahead.
that be enough for you. Yeah. Come and had the best time on the best side. We still up, it's bedtime on the west side. East side, west side, west side, east side. Yeah. Popping out on your side is gonna be a party.
Yeah, I'm cool on this track. Y'all, he can keep this shit.
Yeah. Candy pink paint, y'all, she pull up like a Barbie. Ref when he so drunk, he just play Nicki, then some Cardi. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Before you and O, they getting kicked up out the lobby. Hey. Girl, you know what's up with me, I pull up in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I'm cool on this track, bro. I don't like the I don't like the rhyme scheme. I don't like the flow. I don't like him singing how he's singing. I don't like the same rhyme scheme. The E at the end of shit. This nigga sound like Jacquees. I'm cool on this one.
She wanna go next door. She wanna me party. She said she was Persian and started speaking Farsi. I don't know what's up with me lately. I say I'm alone, she said that's not something you should be. Appreciate you reaching out, don't be too concerned about me. You know that I'm drinking, smoking, thinking.
He just saying shit now, bro.
Please stop asking me when are we linking, it's Iceman season.
Bro, he just saying shit now, bro. Come on, bro.
wanna see a boy beg on the pavement. If he tripping with the gang, then I just wanna see a boy struggle with the pavement.
Yeah.
If he tripping with the gang, then I just might get that boy here for entertainment. If he tripping with the gang, then I just wanna see a boy working on a day shift and a night shift. That's how I feel. I just wanna see that boy struggle with the phone bill.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I just wanna see
That's petty as shit though.
a boy beg on the pavement. If he tripping with the gang, then come and had the best time on the best side. We still up his bedtime on the west side. East side, west side, west side, east side. Yeah. Popping out on Chubb's side is gonna be a party.
Nah, I'm cool on this track, but this shit ass in my opinion.
Candy paint job, she pull up like a Barbie.
Yeah, this shit cheeks in my opinion. But this is just not my vibes, not my style. This shit ass in my opinion. But go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah. Ref when he so drunk, he just played Nicki then some Cardi. I'm sorry. Before you and O, they getting kicked up out the lobby. Hey, hey. Girl, you know what's up with me. I pull up in a heartbeat. Hey. She wanna go next door. She wanna me party. Hey, hey. I don't know what's up with me lately.
Yeah, that's what's up. Next song.
Yeah.
Firm friends. Excuse me.
For real.
Oh, conductor. Okay.
Shout out Ref One. Yeah. All right. You think I didn't see that you stayed silent? That's like you endorsing it all. May as well stand behind them. I stood beside you, thought there was some good inside you. Situations like these, they force you to notice the difference. Look at me and Neeks, for instance. We know we live different lives and we've been on our separate missions. Look at how time flies. 20 years past, he's still the same guy. But I get it, you all want to be the main guy. It explains why most people die.
I think the person that he was talking about initially was J. Cole.
Not knowing who would have stuck by their side. It doesn't even cross their mind. They just go along for the ride. They'll never know their friend's decision. Friends never had to decide. What does somebody do after doing?
That's a bar like that. They'll never know their friends' decisions. Friends never had to decide. If you're my friend, it was never a decision to begin with.
Everything you could have done for everyone. You just do what you should have done since day one. You stick with your day ones. I'm not the villain or the victim. I am the author. My right hand guides the pen along the page until the
All right, he addressed the fact that he's not the victim, but there's a lot of victim bars on this album, bro.
chapter's done. What would they do to me if they ever caught me riding dolo? Would they take my chain and my watch, or would they take my photo? Fuck that, I'm in the stew with Noel. The sun went down, we couldn't tell. There's so many opportunities, but we still here by ourselves. It's been nearly 14 years, he ain't worked with no one else, and I ain't go to no one else. That's cause there's no better team.
Nigga, you work with a lot of What the fuck is you talking about, Drake? You work with a lot of niggas, bro. A lot of niggas. All right, whatever.
Trust me, the owl's glistening more than it's ever been. And trust me, I'm the highest that I've ever been, the greatest that they've ever seen. I've been alternating from being overseas and listening to beats, strong opinions from the weak for 400-something weeks. They deep-seated resentment is what's filling up their seats. I seen ghosts act like sheeps, co-workers turn to enemies.
I seen goats act like sheeps and co-workers turn to enemies.
Damn, I got enemies, got a lot of enemies. Lot of niggas trying to drain me of my energy. Right now, me and Conductor, we got more fucking chemistry than MIT. 2 hours to strive for some peace and serenity. Then it's back to Zerg for the OVO supremacy and hotel amenities. They try to have all of my precious memories laying in my girl's lap like she Jackie Onassis and I'm John Kennedy. But I am not Jonathan Kennedy. Rest in peace, but I really can't bloody up the triple button Giovanni suit because I'm OCD. I don't want no Drake, my apologies. I'm tripping your top 3. My group chat was bumping those Oppie guys, but not me.
So anybody, I remember when the beef first ended, we was on a podcast, myself and Jay Will, we was talking about the fact that this didn't affect Drake standing in hip hop. losing this battle. It didn't affect how, if he dropped the album, if it was going to sell or not. Because at the end of the day, he was always Drake. I think the narrative switched when he started fucking suing. And I think that's what he's not getting. It's not the battle. Niggas was willing to let that shit rock out the way it rocked out. Niggas probably would have been fucking with you a lot sooner if you didn't fucking sue. And regardless of how you want to look at that shit, because people going to be on some shit like, oh, he's suing a label and not, Kendrick. It's the optics of the situation. You suing these niggas directly after you lost a battle. For losing the battle, nigga. Get the fuck out my face. That shit look crazy.
Like begging to get out a ticket, now they want a cop, please. My son is taking corner kicks in front of Luis Enrique at PSG. And y'all are talking about inflating the numbers on DSPs and me having better perspective on life doing DMT. Nigga, KYSASAP, that's some shit that you could do for me. Like it was my first Chanel, I could have posted receipts that would have made niggas read them and weep. Reporting live.
So why didn't you? And that's a lot of shit that you always say, nigga. You always say that shit, bro. You always say, I could have did this. I could have said this. this shit. I had a joint that would have ended this, that, and the third. You always say that shit, but you never show the receipts. You never drop that shit, bro. You be cat. This nigga be capping. This nigga be capping.
Like it was my first Chanel. I could have posted receipts that would have made niggas read them and weep.
Right.
Reporting live from the scene where I wasn't supposed to be revived by the EMTs. Yeah. I did not break up a happy home, baby, you pulled up on me. Tell them why you really hate me and what year did she date me. I know niggas going crazy as I cop all the items you niggas put up for sale and start a museum in my house called Try Someone Else. Your friends never had to decide if they want to stay.
He said, I cop all the items that y'all put up for sale and start a museum in my house called Try Someone Else. It's not as big a flex as you think it is. Especially if these niggas is getting other pieces and other jewelries and other shit to replace the shit that they put up for sale. Come on, man. Come on, bro. That's trivial way of thinking. And you sound like a fucking child. You sound like a fucking child.
I know niggas going crazy as I cop all the items you niggas put up for sale and start a museum in my house called Try Someone Else. Your friends never had to decide if they want to stay. The strength of your bond has never been tested in any way. I've been on the longest run. I don't know how to walk away. It's baby steps for you boys. Y'all walking before y'all run.
That's a real fact, though. He been on the longest run. And he really don't know how to walk away. He don't know how to take a break because of the way that he's always been that guy. You know what I'm saying? And that dopamine hit is serious, boy. Like, for real.
Secluding me might have been the worst thing that they ever done. I'm a product of where I'm from. One sound, one band. The order's way through the proper chain of command. And if everything goes to plan, I will be making a name change from the boy to the man. But y'all just wouldn't understand. Damn.
Well, then hopefully everything goes to plan, because if Drake is telling the truth, I have no problem recanting any statement I ever made pertaining to him and Kendrick Lamar and UMG with this battle and lawsuit, right? I have no problem doing that. But if this shit comes out to be like, yo, this nigga just mad because they didn't do what they normally do for him, or they did what they normally do for him and it didn't work, then y'all gonna have to start looking at this nigga in a whole different light, to the point where it's like he's really the Karen of hip hop. So we really gonna have to see it, because the way he's talking like everything that he said, everything that he's doing is facts and full purpose, and everybody is against him, and that's what it sounds like, for real. And if that's the case, then that's the truth.
Distribution and leading my own version of the revolution. Private arbitration leads to resolution. Beat the game so many times, this shit has got abusive. Fuck you artists and producers. I don't want to hear excuses or your plans for future truces. I am so far gone that a thank me later is useless now.
Nice callback to the early albums.
CT from trying me and still they want another hit. Made a living off of oh no he didn't, bitch. Yes I did. Skeletons in your closet with trust, this ain't the bone to pick. They say what we doing, Ice, we running it back. What has Iceman ever done other than that? Even when under attack, y'all don't know the stamina it takes to run up the stats. My numbers are humbling facts. Mistaking my sons for brothers, but it won't happen again. You better check your tone.
Mistaking my sons for brothers, but it won't happen again. That's actually a bar.
I'm not one of y'all little friends. I got shots about to fly, some of y'all heads again. Man, shots about to fly. Even though some of my friends still talk about you guys like they leaning towards your side. I think karma's taking too long.
And look, he said shots about to fly. Bro, say names. Like, stop these subliminal shits. Say names, nigga. Say names. You want if you really on that type time, and if it's round two, if you're running it back, all that type shit. Say names.
Long and eye for both of your eyes. That'll show you love is blind for real. You all want to be the guy. It explains why most people die, not knowing who would have stuck by their side. It doesn't even cross their mind. They just go along for the ride. They'll never know their friends' decisions. Friends never had to decide.
I do like that bar though. I like that bar. All right, bet. Let's get to the next song, the final song and shit, because I got somewhere to be and shit, so I got to get through this shit. Make them know. Appreciate everybody that's been here this whole time through. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button if you want to kick in Twitch.
Hey. I tried and tried and tried to the heart switch place with the eye. I never forget that July. The worst that I felt in a while. I'm glad that you think that I'm soft. I'm glad that you think that I'm shy. I need you to think all these things. I got bigger than what's in my mind. I'm taking an eye for an eye. I sent a boy up to the sky. I still haven't lost it.
This sound like 21 Savage flow too.
Sleep, and I definitely didn't cry. Hey, yo, Gucci.
And it's not just the cadence and shit, it's the tone of his voice and shit like that too.
You get back in a ride, cause that's definitely not the guy. Mistaken identity mixed with adrenaline, almost just kiss you goodbye. It's rap, so it sound like a lie. When I talk to you and I confide, I'm going back to Cali. I got hearts in both of my eyes. I'm sleeping with death on my mind, cause the shots that I called in my time. And karma has been on my side, but I also just heard that she's blind. That bitch might just switch on a dime, cause she can't even see I'm a guy. Pressure been getting applied, and I know I've been bad with replies.
I don't know, man. This fucking flow is redundant, but I get what he's saying. Like, what he's actually saying in the Jones is basically, like, I'm telling the truth, but I'm bad at saying what I need to say, which is horrible for a rapper to say.
The lawsuit I got is fried to the R switch place with the I. They'll frame it as people retired, but we know it's the truth and a lie.
Hold up. Okay.
And I act like we signing a deal when they pay me for wasting my time. And I act like I lost my appeal, but they'll pay me for changing their mind. They got wind of the fact I was hit, and the whole world started to chime. Not scared of no suit or no tie, cause shit, victory always been mine. If I free up my bro, gotta live with it, cause we know that that man is an innocent. If they saying he did it, he did the shit, but he still might come home in a little bit. 4 rats on the head, how am I spending so frivolous? I act like the money's unlimited. If a Rolex I want about to drop, I reserve the shit like I'm indigenous. Bobby from 6'1", bro, and he under my arm like I'm
the reserve indigenous bar was fire.
ticklish. How did they say they got classics if it's shit that you never revisited?
That's how I feel about you, but go ahead.
And if that's shit you revisited, then why am I boss of the business? Niggas been
Hey, that's a good question. But that's another thing too. We gotta stop this number talk. Like, y'all can do the number talks all y'all want. The rappers can do that shit. But fans, please stop that number talk and shit. That shit is not relevant to your argument in no way, shape, or form. At all, for real. Because if we're talking about ability, then why the fuck didn't you beat the rappers that you were supposed to beat? Because you're the bigger rapper out of the, you know what I'm saying, the ones that you lost to.
talking on digital, knowing how shit can get physical. Niggas gonna see me.
No, we don't know how shit can get physical. Every time we hear about Drake getting physical, it's him being on the other end of some shit. Getting a bottle thrown at him by Chris Brown, getting pissed on by T.I. Homeboy, getting slapped by Diddy. Every time we hear about you being physical, you're on the bad end of it.
Birds and act like they fucking invisible. If a Rolex I want by the drop. I reserve it like I'm aboriginal. 50mm president. For all the time shit got political. This album I'm never submitting it, cause I know that I'll never consider it. This might be the one year I won, cause I know how they like to position it. My bros want to mob on the stage, but I tell them.
Nah, I think this might be the one year you won if you actually put out some good music. Just, you know what I'm saying, submit it. And stop acting like you don't submit music. You still submit music to the Grammys all the time, my nigga.
Boys not have some discipline. We don't even want what they giving us. Them shits don't even have no significance. They just want to turn up with gang. They want to turn up with the syndicate. Bro just touched down in the States. Took a jet ski from Windsor to Michigan. These niggas recouping on 2012. They gotta do it in increments. What happened to Drake from 2009 when all of the moments was intimate? What happened to Drake with their innocence? I don't think we'll be seeing him again.
Drake ain't never had no innocence. Yeah, true. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. This was cool. This was a cool album, man. I don't know how I feel. I think the second half of the album kind of let me down for real. This definitely was an album that he was addressing everything that happened within the last 2 years about all the beefs and all the lawsuit shit and everything that happened between him and every celebrity that ever said anything about him in any way and shit. I guess it's cool. I'll give you my true opinions later, man. As of right now, I gotta go, so I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Peace and love, and remember to stay fried, my friends. We gone.